Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is Wednesday, and that means it is time for some good old Warframe. Hello and welcome back to all. Hello there, Beardface. Hello, Esprit. Hello, Space Cadet. Hello as well, Adam Alec. Hello there, Frosted Pancake and Dragon of Kyushu. I've caught everyone there. Yeah, there's quite a few messages. The stream got going today, didn't there? Hello, Friendly Catlick. Hello, watching you as well. And Esprit, just be very, very clear. This is why Beard is a moderator and you are not. Beard knows what the rules are, Beard sticks to the rules, and you, Esprit, if you're gonna push it, Beard's gonna hit you with that timeout button. He loves using it. I ain't gonna stop him. I watched that whole interaction go down there. I ain't gonna stop him. You know the rules. But welcome, guys. Welcome. It is time for us to be jumping into some good old farming, but except it is good new farming for old stuff. Is it old farming or new farming at this point? I actually genuinely can't decide, because even canonically, we're grabbing new old stuff. Yeah, don't think about it too hard. It's just how it is. Hello, Zomtrike, how are you doing today? As we say, no matter how much you push the envelope, it'll still be stationary. I see. We're starting off with that. Cool. All right. Yeah, there it is. That's... The jokes are already here, guys. Oh, dear. Alrighty, well, we'll work with it. Adam Alex say, hey, Ken, do you have any idea what to do to fix my operator's arm from bugging out? Honestly, mate, no idea. The operators and graphics and whatnot, there's all kinds of weird stuff going on. There always is. It's Warframe, after all. It's in beta. There's always going to be weird stuff. I couldn't give you any advice on that one. Sorry, my dude. I mean, even the look of my Lavos changed. You might not be able to tell from the bitrate of Twitch or whatnot, but my Lavos is shinier. And my Arsenal, the coins there, they're shinier. And the ramp, it's shinier. Shiny things have gotten shinier. There's been some changes, and I don't know to what extent. It's not much. It's subtle. But it's enough that when I first signed in after the update, I looked at my Lavos and went, he's wrong. It's like he's been freshly painted, a new coat of black paint all over him. It's like, I'm not sure. You don't have your Scott Falco emotes anymore? Ah, that's a shame for the Space Cadet. Well, you've still got the emotes here, of course, absolutely. Hello, is that Nasud? I'm going to say Nasud. Much love from Serbia. Well, much love back, right at you. You see, you just feel something off. Yeah, Friendly Cali, exactly. That's the same thing. It's like, it's different. It's not wrong, it's just different. Man, could have at least put in a patch notes or something. Give us a heads up about that. It just felt odd signing in with that. Anyway, that aside, let's switch this over to public. As the stream title suggests, of course, today we are going to be farming Aya. We're going to be getting some of that good new resource. But first things first, of course, sortie time. We have got, a defense mission bow only. We don't see that one too often. We have got an Exterminate with Xmas Stronghold, and we've got Hijack with Augmented Enemy Shields. Oh wow, it's sapping ours and giving it to them, you bastards. Alright, that's fair enough. It's a very interesting mix of missions we got today, but let's do it. Hello, Bilingual Banana. How are you doing today? Let's grab our gear and get that cracking, and if you are on PC and want to join in for today's sortie as well, send a message to the Kengineer. I'll bring you on into the squad. I'm going to go grab a bow. Now, I wonder what bow I'm going to bring, you know. I wonder what kind of ordinary, simple, no-nonsense bow I'm going to bring. What are these colours? That's better. That's better. There we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Guess how many I got? I have no idea. You spent 5 hours speedrunning Ukko solo with Gorse. Actually, I might have an idea. Let me think here. Okay, speedrunning Gorse. If you're doing it correctly, you should probably have around about 20. You got 1. Okay, you spent 5 hours speedrunning Ukko. I'm going to tell you, you did not speedrun Ukko. Or you didn't do it for 5 hours. One of those things is not correct. The likelihood of you having just 1 after all of that? Yeah, one of those things is not correct. Also, a message from Esprit. Sortie? Yes, come on in. I'm saying, yes, I learned from Vazia that the sculptures are used to store a particular kind of memory. It's not a particular kind of memory, but it's the memories they wanted to have, yeah. So, yeah. From 3 PM to 8 PM. Also, Space Cadet, calm the caps, calm the caps. Is spent 2 hours speedrunning. Okay, got 2. So 2 hours, only 2. It's more in line with expectations. It's still below what it should be, but it's a little bit more in line. It's still pretty bad. Still pretty bad. Because you see, the drop rates definitely are not in that direction. Yeah, the drop rates are a lot better than those are supposed to be. But I'll be doing some testing and demonstrating to see where it's at. Bilingual Banana did ghoul bounties, 53 runs, 14 of them. That sounds much more reasonable, yes. That is, let me think. That's pretty much bang on, actually. Yeah, 14 out of 53, 26%. Yeah, that's bang on expectations right there, isn't it? Nice. There we are. Well, good to know someone's got a little bit more stats on that side for me. Thank you. Nicely confirms. It's a 40 to 50 seconds per run without loading times. Yeah, when you add in loading times, it takes a little bit over a minute to run Ucko. But even then, you know, the stats are certainly pointing certain ways, and 1 in 5 hours is not the way it's pointing. 1 in 5 ways is not the way it's pointing. Ghoul runs and 50-60 bounty on Deimos seem to be good. The Deimos bounties actually are not great for it. They've got high percentages, but their run times just aren't good enough for it. Their run times simply are not good enough for it. I would not be recommending the Deimos bounties generally. Like, they're doable. Don't get me wrong. They are better than most of the Void options, because the Void submissions, my god, are they slow. But I wouldn't recommend those particularly. There are better options out there. But I'll be covering that more thoroughly throughout the stream today and in the upcoming video. I would like to have the video out by this time tomorrow. I can't guarantee it. Gotta, you know, record it, edit it, all that stuff, put it together. But I would like to have it out by this time tomorrow. So, yeah. You'll have all the stats, all the details. Obviously, some of you guys have already been digging into the details for yourself. I'm going to give it all to you there in the full conclusions, and there is going to be a Meet the Math post on Patreon as well with all the data behind it. So you know I'm going to have you guys' back there. You're going to have all the information you're going to need one way or another. All squad members need to have a bow equipped. How long have I been chatting? Come on. Alright, Esprit, Lieutenant Envoy is in fact not a bow. If you could switch that one over, that'd be awesome, my dude. Good evening, Realhead. How are you doing today? I have, of course, guys, as well. Got tea in hand. Ready to crack on with a lot of good stuff. Cindo Prime. You want to equip just Cindo Prime? Esprit, come on. It's not me you're arguing with the game. Alright. Turns out I don't have a bow. How do you not have a bow? How? Esprit, how? How do you not have a bow? Does Ballistica count? I'm pretty sure it doesn't, no. Yeah. You can get, as Reese has pointed out, you can get yourself the Mark 1 Paris straight away. They just get past all of my weapons, so I have more than I thought. There is, for example, the Cernos you can have. There is the Beautiless Cernos. Mark 1 Paris you can get for credits. Normal Paris you can just get building, because, you know, you probably should get around to doing things like that. I don't think you can bring the Zouge, but there is that. There's Paris Prime. There's obviously the Brahma. There's lots of options. But you have none of them, so tough. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Bluey MR16s these days with their Tenet Envoys. Back in my day, we had a bow, and we liked it. Oh dear. Alright, let's get cracking through this, shall we, guys? Let's get cracking through this, and then onto the Aya farming. You have the lens? That's a bow as well, yeah. That is the old, not quite Brahma. Embrace today's with their Kuvazars, yeah. Oh, God, it's this tile set. Why is it this tile set? Okay, fine, whatever. It is what it is. I probably should have just brought Ember or something. Let's do it. I at least have all of the bonuses to my Brahma, so I've got 12 shots on my Brahma rather than the basic 5. So I can do big explosions many times over. That is the entire point of having carrier. And primary merciless, you know, it's doing the bigger thing, but still. No, Esprit, I wouldn't say you suck as a person, no. You just shit at Warframe. No, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Discord bot just sent stream notification. Yeah, it's always a few minutes behind. It's always a few minutes behind. He's fine. Oh my god, we got 10 waves of this? What, 9 more waves of this? Also, I don't remember what score am I on. Is it Vazarin? Yes, good. I can heal up the operative. Excellent. I did remember to bring healing. This is good. I'm saying, I wonder at what point is it better to farm General Plat instead of just Ire? Because I'm not all that interested in making Plats much as getting the Warframes. And that's a very good question, Tom. That is a very good question. See, the thing is, with the whole Ire farm, it goes into much the same as just general farming. Do you go for Platinum to get what you want, or do you go for the items to get what you want? See, the thing is, along the way in farming Ire, you will farm up other stuff. And that is always a balancing factor to bear in mind, because that other stuff will be stuff otherwise that you will have to farm for at some point. It might be some resources you're going to have to farm up, it might be having to get relics for other prime parts and prime weapons, that kind of thing. So it is definitely a tie up there. Like, the absolute best way of getting Ire is also the absolute best way of getting basically nothing else. You don't really get a lot of other rewards along the way. Our gold bounty is getting mentioned in the video. Every single method of gaining Ire will be mentioned in the video. Every single method of gaining Ire. Yes, that includes buying it from the marketplace by buying relics packs for Platinum. I will be mentioning how stupid that is and don't do it. But believe you me, I am covering the full suite. There's a reason this video didn't come out in just 5 minutes after going, oh, you know what? I did a bounty and it felt like the right thing, so everyone do that. I've seen so much of that on Reddit. And actually a little bit on Discord. This one and others. People going, I did a bit of this and that felt good. I did a bit of that, but that didn't feel great. I'm not that kind of person. I don't put together a video all about gut feelings. Instead, you'll have the fully researched math. And you'll know it's the right answer then. So yes. Thoughts on the Regal Ire price? It's a price set for cosmetics. If you don't want cosmetics, don't buy it. If you don't think the price is worth it, don't buy it. And if you do think it's worth it, or if you're just happy enough to pay it, then pay it. That is the entirety of my opinion on it. Because I don't buy cosmetics. I just don't. I don't want to spend my money on that. Yeah. Retcon saying, well, while I'm doing Ire farming on Deimos, the other rewards are quite useful. Absolutely, yeah. If you can combine farms in this game, then those farms are just the best farms. That's why Void Storms are absolutely amazing for newer players. You've got Endo, you've got credits, you've got Prime Parts, you've got Sevagoth, you've got the Epitaph, you've got additional relics, including Radianted relics. You've got Intrinsics, you've got Railjack gear and mods. You've got resources galore. Void Storms are amazing for players who haven't farmed any of that stuff. But the more you farmed it, the less good it becomes. Yeah, holokeys as well, absolutely. He just sent out a forum post about correcting Regal Ire. Oh, Quintus, can you get us a link to that? If that's a new post, like, within the last couple hours, yeah, I'll need to have a look at that. Thank you. I will open that on a new tab, ready to have a look at as and when this mission is over, which is in about half an hour. It's this tile set. Yeah. I'll definitely have to have a look at that. Don't spoiler it, guys. Let's have the upcoming corrections, Regal Ire, next steps. Well, now they've alerted me there's something new as well. So yeah, after this mission, we'll have a full look at that, guys. That could be very, very important. So we'll have a look at that together. You got a holokey when you defeated your sister? Yes, with the upgrade to the holokey drops, they also made it where for every lich or sister, no, not lich, just sister, every sister defeated, you also gain 1 holo key. So if you're in a squad of 4 people, then that's 4 holo keys. So, you know, 4 sisters are being defeated there. So yeah, that's a thing as well. I was there to kind of add something extra to the sister fights, give you another way of gaining holo keys. Again, farming something at the same time as something else, because you're already going to be farming sisters, and you already want holo keys. So getting 2 for 1, it's just a win. Farming things together is the best thing you can do in this game. Like, leveling up your weapons at the same time as gathering resources is a great thing, so long as you don't overly detriment one farm for another, it's great. Which is why most of the complaining you'll see about Warframe is actually from your more veteran players, the players who have done lots, got lots, been all around the block. Because, yeah, if you've already got most of everything, then the new stuff is going to feel a bit crap at times. The complaints about the holo keys were absolutely legitimate if, and only if, the only thing you got from Void Storms were holo keys. And that's not the truth, is it? You'll know that. Saw a pop-up about Regal IR update. Yep, we all got that pop-up. We'll be having a look at that just after this mission. Very good examples on, absolutely yes. Farming Cora on its own would be an absolute ruinous farm. The grind would be terrible, but it also means gaining a hell of a load of XP and some relics, but mostly the XP, along the way. That XP which is useful to basically everyone. So yeah. Players want new stuff till new stuff shows up. It's more that players keep asking for no more content islands, and then when new content comes out that involves other content, they're like, no, not good, because the one bit of content I care about isn't farmed fast enough. It's like, yeah, that's because it farms the other things, like you asked. How do you get universal medallions? You get them from doing disruption. Higher tier disruptions on rotation C can give a universal medallion on a small % chance. They just kind of happen more than you actively farm for them, because actively farming for them is a bad idea. It's just not worth it for anything. Just that, basically, yeah. We're going to have a full look at the update to Regal Isle in just a moment, guys. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry. You'll get me full reaction. Do I think the prices for buying regular IR are fair? Haven't looked into the update yet. Well, neither have I, so I don't know. Regular IR cannot be bought. It's earned by playing the game, so yeah. If there is a way to buy it, I didn't see it. I have to have a look at that. Oh god, I forgot to mute my phone. There we are. That would be a notification about the updates as well, no doubt, given the timing of it. You love my rants? Come on. We're not even halfway into rant territory. Like, you've seen me ranting when I went on about the bagel, okay? That's me ranting. And none of you have seen me angry proper yet. There was a time I got a bit pissed. There was a time I got a little bit pissed. But none of you have seen me properly angry yet. I meant the price for buying the primes with Aya, well, the relics. So they were pretty much designed as a one-to-one trade. Instead of a relic, there was now Aya. I will be going over that in the video, how it's not exactly quite like that, and has been a little bit of a detriment. But the trade-off is actually mostly in our favour. I am surprised as to how they implemented it with regards to Lith versus Axie relics. It all being one Aya is very surprising to me. I did not expect that. Again, that is actually a good thing for players. So I like it. The free-to-play side of this update has been absolutely amazing. Whereas all the controversy seems to be coming around the paid side of stuff, which is kind of funny because it's like, you know, it's always overpriced in my opinion. That's why I don't buy cosmetics. Hydrate? Sure. Here you are, tank. Cheers. Actually, I really needed that. I've been speaking a bit, haven't I? I always get pissed when you do a multi-step spanner reward. Well, Quintus, it's not the multi-step spanner reward, it's the reason you do them. Yeah, no? Any primes I'm aiming to nab from this? Basically all the prime weapons I haven't got yet. Because they're going to be really cheap and I could just get them from players. Oh, the operative's going down. Where is he? Where you at, bud? There he is. Heal! Aha! Corpus cannot defeat us. I can make him invulnerable. Wait, he's dying again. There we go. I don't seem like a person who gets angry. Not anymore, Bilingual. No. I have worked on myself as an individual to calm my impulses and emotions, but I used to get angry far easier and far more violently than I ever should have. Yeah. We all improve as people. We all improve as people. No one starts out perfect, and I definitely wasn't. I have a message. What's my message? Verve Redeem in browser. See, I know what this is. Darvo, you can't trick me. No, I know what this is. This is nothing. Nothing to me. I don't have that. I can't access that. Go away. British Uncle Iroh. I'm probably about 100 years too young to be a British Uncle Iroh, but I appreciate it. Also, Esprit, why do you do this? So the next mission is going to be Rayleigh. But we'll get around to that. First things first, let's have a look at the update that came out. Okay, Mr. Random, whoever you are, let's not be doing that. Thank you very much. There we go. So, let's have a look at the update, shall we, guys? That post has come out that they've informed us we should all have a look at. Let me just switch us over to a page where we can see that. That is going to be this one. And yeah, OBS still hasn't fixed that issue with Chrome not picking up. Let me fix that. There we go. All right, let's have a look at this update. Let's have a look at what has changed. Hello, Castlewin. How are you doing today? Haven't seen me react when it comes to someone choosing the extract everything button. Oh, that's coming, I'm sure. It's coming at some point. Let's have a look at this, guys. This could be important stuff. Well, this should be important stuff. Otherwise, why would they notify us all about it? So, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Make sure you guys can see that. Well, that fits on the screen, doesn't it? That'll do. All right. 10-0. Building a new economy is tough. Well, why did we have to build a new one? Despite Prime Resurgence being a best-selling Vault debut, we are making changes to what was introduced yesterday in the Regal Ire packs by adding Platinum. Oh! The thing that they couldn't justify or reason. Interesting. The changes we are making are a result of what you want to see from us as a developer and what we want for ourselves. Good monetization. Alright, let's see where this goes. Our intentions were always good monetization, but we have some leanings we'd like to share regarding intentions and executions when building an adjacent economy. We misunderstood what some players valued most in prior Vault packs, Platinum. Well, did they ask anyone? We stand by our initial reasoning that Regal Ire was a good value for players interested in flexibility, kinda, but we now better understand what other factors our players consider when making purchasing decisions. Yeah, having something functional alongside cosmetics kind of works for people. Big surprise. This value of player purchase flexibility was justified by the sales, as this is our best debut to date, but that honestly doesn't matter if there's still misalignment between us and players who want to support us. Now, read into this, guys. Read into this. This is important. This is why changes don't often happen in favour of player bases in free-to-play games, because despite the outcry, despite the misalignment between us and players, this was their best debut to date. Which in business terms means, now you guys were still giving us the money. We don't have to change this. You guys were still paying us. We see some people are a bit upset about it, yeah. We see some people are a bit upset. Space Cadet saving to be VIP. I mean, fair do. Fair do. So, we want Platinum, said many. But these aren't Platinum packs, we'd think. What? What is this about? Why is this its whole thing? This sounds like a streamer mocking it. That doesn't sound like a response. Okay. We don't want this event, which is aimed towards improving the unvaulting system, to be held back by a missed up on pack value and our rigid but well-intentioned thinking in separating the Regal Ire and Platinum currencies. So we have a change coming. Platinum will be included in Regal Ire packs. Oh, they're putting it into the Regal Ire packs themselves. Interesting. It will be retroactively given to those who have already purchased and added in as soon as possible for future purchases. Okay, that is the better way of doing it. That is the better way of doing it. So they're adding the platinum into those packs. They're bringing up the value there. Good. Right. That makes sense. Why was that not just there in the first place, do you know? Kind of sucks for the people who already bought. No, it doesn't, Cat Cosmo. No, it doesn't. It's actually perfectly fine for the people who already bought because it will be retroactively given to those who already purchased. So, yeah. If you've already bought it, you're still going to have it. You've already bought it, you're still going to have it. If anything, this is great for those who already bought it, because those who already bought it went, oh yeah, this is good enough, I'll buy it as is. Oh, I get extra platinum. Oh, wow, okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, sure. This is great. This is a good change. But it also makes you wonder, how did it get to the players first before this happened? I don't know what focus groups they use. As in, literally, I have not been informed about any kind of focus group they are using to help in this regard. I certainly heard none of these details before the general public. All of this went public at the same time as I heard it. So, yeah, that just kind of is how they handled it. And it really makes me wonder why. It really does make me wonder why. When they are worried about... expressing retroactive worry potentially, but when they are worried about how players are going to take these things, you would expect them to check first with players in some regard, and this should have come up. This really should have come up. The whole trading it for render, I'm like, who thought that was a good idea? Really now? Who thought that was good enough? No focus groups used, Regal Hour was announced a week before launch. That's what it feels like, isn't it? That's what it feels like. And honestly, anytime I hear someone say, oh, well, they were gaining feedback, they were listening to the feedback in the week, these things don't happen in a week. None of this happens in a week. You do not make business decisions on this scale in a week. So either we are seeing a knee-jerk reaction, or more likely, they had other ideas and thought, no, this one's the best one, and then on shipping went, oh, shit, it's not the best one. Let's switch that other idea we already had. Either way, it's not good, because you do your market research. Every business does their market research. You ask about these things. You check. They have access to so much information from so many people. You check this stuff. So this is good. This is a good change. But I really have to wonder why we needed to have the change in the first place. That's not good. And it is a repeat thing. Every game industry company seems to want to do this. The whole screw it up and then fix it a bit later. No, doesn't matter the level of the screw up. Some screw ups are bigger, some screw ups are smaller. Don't want to get into that politics. But the fact remains it does more frequently happen than it should. So, it's a soured thing. Swaxfruit saying, even though they claim it's the best one by means of debut. Yes! Exactly, yes. That's the other thing as well. Like, the whole voting with your wallet thing isn't listened to those who shout. Sorry, it's different from those who are shouting to those who are buying. You get loads of people saying it's not good enough, and then you get loads of people just buying into it anyway. Like, you know... Try and make heads or tails of that. What way do you think a business is going to go on pack value when they say, oh, it's our best debut to date anyway? So yeah, this was showcased a week before. This being showcased a week before was not for feedback. Feedback is a result of anything being released. They're going to get feedback anyway. That wasn't to solicit feedback. This being shown a week before was for hype. You show it a week before as marketing to tell people, come and spend your money here. It wasn't for feedback. And each time I read that, I just gloss over it as, oh no, that's marketing speak. That's marketing speak. Because I know, I've been through that stuff. So, these values are chosen to closely match the Prime Vaults, while also accounting for the fact that these are repurchasable, whereas Prime Vaults are not. Understandable. That's fine. The technical limitations related to how offers are shown in different marketplaces are still in play for how a player will know they receive this plat. We'll resolve this over the coming months. Now look at this. This is a huge confirmation of what I just said, that this stuff does not happen in a week. This is a perfect example, isn't it? We have technical issues, technical difficulties in how we set these things up, and it's going to take months, the coming months, for them to resolve it. Meaning they already had everything set in place for months to get to this point. Zom!
Wow,
sorry, I misread that.
3
Zocca.
months.
I saw Z-O and my brain stopped. I'm very sorry. Zocca, thank you very much for the subscription to 3 months there. Welcome to the Silver Badge, my dude. Already 3 months. I know, it just kind of flies by, doesn't it? Almost as quickly as I read names. Welcome to your 3rd month, my dude. Thank you very much. What's the issue? We're reading through it. They're adding platinum into the Regal Ire packs. We're going over the way it's been received. Evo's given me a hydrate. There we are. You think what's more likely is that most players didn't care? Well, the thing is, most players in what cohort? Because most players are free to play. Loads of people can have loads of opinions. Some positive, some negative, some all over the place. All it really comes down to is how much do you want to spend on the stuff? If they just left it as is and had gone, well, that's a bit scummy, and then just walked off. Or gone, oh, okay, that's how they're accounting for inflation. They're just taking out something else rather than changing the price. That's how they're doing it. But this swing in a day, they put it out for a week, they got the so-called feedback, and then this swing in a day? That doesn't sit with me. That doesn't sit with me. It's a good result, but why did it have to be this way? It's annoying. Every time this happens, it's annoying. Anyway, so in many ways, it's an invisible edition until all storefronts can be synchronized, blah, 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 blah. Until then, there will be inconsistent presentation across platforms. Again, what they could have just prepared for this. We thought it wasn't possible at the time of our last posting, but our team has worked wonders and was able to find a way. Ooh, hello. We thought it wasn't possible at the time of our last posting, but our team has worked wonders and was able to find a way. Ooh. That's a heavy sentence. This is a very heavy sentence. To give perspective on just how heavy I mean there, that could be saying any number of things. They could be saying, we here in the public relations and marketing team thought it wasn't possible at the time of our last posting, but our development and executive team has worked wonders and was able to find a way. What was supposedly impossible? Supposedly impossible was finding a way to reintroduce platinum to the packs that he took the platinum out of. Amazing what low sales figures will do. Dogs Conkers, I'm afraid you are making an assumption there, an assumption that is completely invalid, because this was their best debut to date. Yeah, it's not low sales figures, Dogs Conkers. Not low sales figures. But this, we thought it wasn't possible at the time of our last posting, but our team has worked wonders and was able to find a way. We did not want the premium currencies to overlap, but players do because of the value in our prior Prime Vault offerings. We are opting to adjust our stance for the benefit of the community at large, who weighed in with perspectives and feedback to consider all factors. Those who chose to be toxic will be able to participate in this change thanks solely to constructive feedback that occurred. Toxicity is never tolerated or rewarded. Wow, that's a... Alright. That's a bit of a jibe. That adding on to this here? Who wrote this one? Danielle. If Danielle ever comes across my reaction here, I just want to say, not quite the tone I would have gone for such a change one day after release. But fair enough. Alright? If that's how you feel about it, that's how you feel about it. Dealing with toxicity is never great because, well, it's toxic. That's literally why we call it toxicity. Not sure it's really necessary here. Okay, so let's fully unpack this. They've said this is their best selling debut, okay? So they've said this has been the best of all the debuts they have had. To what extent that actually means, we don't know, but it's there, okay? Best-selling debut. Despite that, they've gone to make changes. Those changes are responding to people saying, we want platinum, said many, okay? So despite it being their best debut, they've gone and added the platinum because of a misalignment between them and players. In doing so, they have added it in, not to the packs, they've just added it to where you make your purchases. So this whole bit down here, we did not want the premium currencies to overlap. This bit here, the initial implications were you would spend Regal Ire to get a Prime pack, which would also include Platinum. That was their problem. But now they've added the Platinum not to the Regal Ire, but alongside it, which is an entirely different way of handling it. From all of this, this doesn't feel at all planned. Not gonna lie, this is knee-jerk. None of this feels planned. They haven't got the where was it? Yeah, this bit here. Due to technical limitations, they haven't got the marketplaces to look correct, so that is a problem. And that's going to be there apparently for coming months. This was added in. It could have been there from the start. No one was asked about it. They wouldn't have seen it as coming. We're opting to adjust our stance for the benefit of the community at large. And then this passivity down at the bottom here. This is a knee-jerk reaction, isn't it? This is a, oh shit, we messed up kind of style reaction, which is interesting considering they're still saying it's their best debut to date. They say they can't change any packs that they did in one day. Well, that's the thing. When using packs, packs ends up being used interchangeably here because they're two sets of packs. We got the packs where you buy the Ire, and then we got the packs where you spend your Ire to get the accessory packs or the Prime Access packs or whatever packs they have in there. They couldn't change, wouldn't change, shouldn't change. For one reason or another, no change was offered to the packs in-game, but the purchases you actually made, those packs have been adjusted, and it's just... It's hard to decide what to make of all of this. It's really hard to decide what to make of all this. Normally when it comes to the whole finances for cosmetics, I just step out of the discussion because, quite frankly, some people spend $3,000 on skins for this, that, the other. Other people spend nothing ever. I'm one of the people who basically doesn't spend. I don't think I've actually purchased any platinum in this game. All of my platinum I've got from trading and then I've just splurged it somewhere. So I normally don't step into those discussions because the whole idea of value for money doesn't exist in a digital marketplace. It's not like you're going down to the shop and buying a bottle of milk. It's not like you're looking to invest in the current value of gold. There isn't a tangible good there. There isn't a need or desire. There isn't a resource. It's just, do you want to have some different pixels? So the value is impossible to really discern. It's just, what do you want to spend on it? Basically. So I don't usually get into those discussions, but this update, this update on its own is the note. This update on its own is definitely the note. They've added the platinum in. They said they couldn't for one reason or another, and then they found a way to add it in. The platinum, no, it doesn't say anything about replacing the endo. The platinum is in a different place to the endo. The platinum is at the point of purchase of the Regal Ire, whereas the endo is at the point of spending the Regal Ire. And this is part and parcel of what happens when you start introducing random ass currencies all over the place. They could have just given you a marketplace to just purchase what you want, but they decided to go with the Regal Ire approach. They decided to create another premium currency. This is what happens when you try to change multiple things at the same time and don't ask anyone about it. You don't get a focus group in. Because that's what this screams of more than anything. A lack of research. This screams of a lack of research, and I don't like that. Because now it's causing all of this ruckus. Even on a stream where we don't really focus on this kind of stuff. I know basically nothing about fashion. We don't really focus on this stuff, and yet this is here. How many currencies do we have now? Well, in terms of premium currencies, we have 2. Yeah, we have Platinum, we have Regalia. It's just... And then the unfortunate icing on the cake is the tone. The tone of this post is... Well, it's not the most positive. When we're talking constructive feedback, businesses should sanitize their broadcasts, is my personal opinion. I'm a very professional-minded person when it comes to the operation of business. God, you should see the emails I write. Each email I put together is basically the textbook on formality, with the exception of maybe a smiley if they've already broken the smiley ice. You know? So I'm a very formal person. Everyone's commented on it for the last 28 years. If I am British, well, you're right there, Esprit, yes. Stiff upper lip, bish posh, stiff toff, all that, you know. But even then, the update is well received. But how the update has been put together and why the update is here, not so well received. Good end result, not so good how we've got here. That's where my issue is. And it's not a big issue. It's not a huge one. Despite the time we've spent on this here, it's not a big issue. But I can still dislike it. I can still dislike it. Many people praise D for making plat tradable. D proceeds to make a second premium untradable currency. That's a very good point to press down. That is a very good point. This is the first time we've moved away from tradable premium currency. Yeah. As I'm saying, one thing I don't really understand, people are assuming both this event sold low, the previous debut sold low, but wasn't Prime Access packs what's been keeping Warframe afloat? Yeah, whoever's saying that they've been selling low, these people aren't quoting figures, they're just saying low. Until I see some figures, the only thing I have to go on for the entirety of the business here is, and I quote once again, "This is our best debut to date." If you have anyone, anywhere, saying otherwise about the success of this event, they can just come back to here and read, "Best debut to date." If they are confused, best debut to date. And if they don't understand what that means, well, that's all that there is, okay? That's all the detail we're going to get right now. Press X to doubt. Hey, if you want to doubt it, you can doubt it. But at that point, not to put too fine a point on it, if you doubt what is written right here in front of us right now, you can doubt the entire lot and just write your own history. Pressing X to doubt on this is the same as saying fake news. Do you want to say that right now? Because, alright, fair enough, but I'm not going to listen to it. They are the mouthpiece of reality for what is their side of stuff. We can read between the lines, but just say it's a lie outright by doubting it? Well, what have you got to doubt it with? Other than a change has happened. Some lines have to be drawn on how much you doubt and how audibly you do so. Not to call out on you specifically, but to anyone who's having that feeling. They are outright saying it multiple times over, best debut to date. We just kind of have to take that as it is. Can mean anything, could be player-based return, could be response, it's just a nothing statement. It is a very vague statement. It's like they're putting way too much emphasis on. Well, honestly, I think that's part and parcel of the tone here. The tone, like with this bit here, like with the ending around toxicity, the tone feels reactionary. The tone feels aggrieved. So to put the emphasis on, look, it was working. Why are you guys having such a go? We're gonna sort it for you, but why are you having such a go? It worked. That's the tone I'm getting. Like, the professional veneer isn't quite in place to hide that feeling of, for God's sake, guys, shut up. Everyone else seems to be okay with it. It's just you lot. It does seem a bit of a crossed feeling there. If it was working, why change it? Goodwill things exist, Soccer. Goodwill is definitely a reason they can go for this. Which is, again, why the water is so muddy. If they outright said, no, it was a terrible idea, it tanked, we fixed it because of that, then yeah, sure. But they didn't say that. But they're also doing it. The post updated. They're working on a script for it now. Oh, let's do a refresh. All platforms' real IO packs have been updated to include the above amounts. Alright, cool. Fair enough. I mean, that's just... they're updating it. This is all a mess. It's a small mess in the grand scheme of things, but it's a mess that shouldn't have happened. That's the worst bit. It's not a mess where things deployed and then just broke. It's not like the servers are crashing. It's not like they're being pulled into some kind of dispute over legalities or this, that, the other. It's just they deployed something with a week's notice to everyone, with seemingly minimal, if any, review of player intentions and desires. And upon receiving it all, their first response was to say, there's no way it can be done. We'll look at it next time, which is talking months away. And then this one day after release. The timeline feels wrong. The timeline just feels wrong. Kelvin Slayer saying, if player sentiment goes down, the long-term profits drop. So even if short-term looks good, player sentiment matters more. This is a sentiment-orientated change. It does feel that. It does definitely feel like there is a move around player sentiment there, yeah. Which again ties into it all, and again adds to the tone being mixed. Yeah, it's just it's all over the bits. It's all over the bits. Hey guys, CCV saying, Poggy Woggy boys, just heard the news, we won. Well, there has been the move towards the player request there. You're absolutely right, mate. You are absolutely right. I almost want to ask the cliche, you won, but at what cost? Doesn't quite fit the scenario, but I hope you get where I'm aiming that there with the tone of this isn't what I would have expected. And certainly it happening in one day, I also did not expect. Is it even... Yeah, it's literally a day. This came out 43 minutes ago. Yeah, it's literally been a day on the dot. When is this change plans to happen? It's supposed to have happened now, Stanky. It's supposed to have happened right now. Can we go back to the game now? You know what? That is a very good question. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We've had a look at this, guys. We are up to speed on the change. We've had opinions galore. So for those of you who care about the paid side of Warframe, and I know there's plenty of you, there you go. You get Platinum. For those of you who are considering, but held off because of the lack of Platinum, now you can have Platinum. And if you're wondering about the optics of it all... yeah, basically. I'm not a fan of it. It's not the worst. It's far from the worst. As far as severity goes, on a 1 to 5 scale of severity, this is only really a 1. But, it's the fact that it still registers. I'm saying this sets the stage for the community being in control of future BS&D too. I don't know about setting the stage for that. I don't know about that. This could also be removing a tile from said stage, as it were. Because there was definitely some animosity in that post. There was animosity. And in a professional post, a business post like that, animosity, however small, however veiled, is animosity. And that's not good. We could all smell it there. We could all smell it there. Booted Guy saying, I have a question about this week's stream drops. What are flawless sentient cores used for? Only for standing? I believe just for standing, yeah. God, look at this. We're nearly an hour and I haven't finished the sortie. Let's get on that, shall we? Esprit said, don't need to do the Urali. Alright, Esprit, you can have the points back. You can have the points back on that. Let's switch this back out of solo mode. Let's finish up this sortie, shall we, guys? And then get on with some Aya farming. Because I've been doing a load of research on that. Believe it or not, I have been doing a load of research. I feel it's too expensive compared to Prime packs, however it's more flexible. I mean, the prices looked very close before, but sure. I can't remember exactly what it is. Why do streamers have music that is out of tune often? Huggle Bunny, how do you even mean out of tune? What? What? It's not just me. Okay, so if it's not just me, then it sounds like you're having an issue on playback yourself. Music's pitched up and down. Alright, well, the rest of you listening right now, is the music an issue? Is there an issue with how the music sounds? Because if there's an issue, tell me. Be outright about it. Don't be like, why do many streamers? If you've got an issue on this stream, tell me. What's up? Music's fine. Music is good. It's fine. Just background music. Yeah, that's what it's meant to be. Most people won't hear. I mean, people are surprisingly good at noticing when things are out of tune. You'd be surprised. Nope, no issue. No issue. Okay, cool. We're clear on no issue there then. If you do have an issue on this specific stream, let me know. But if people aren't hearing it, then no. Won't be bad for people, says I have musical ear, studied intonation for years. I mean, you'd be surprised how many people here are capable of identifying when music is literally out of tune. We do have multiple musicians in this stream right now, and I know that for a fact. So, if it does sound off, be specific at any point in this stream. If something is off, be specific about what's off, I'll try and fix it. Absolutely. But if just one person pops in and says, well, many streams are out, I can't fix that. However, Esprit thinks we need a bit of EDM, so let's do that. It's good now? Oh, well, okay then. It never changed on my end, so God knows. None of my settings changed. Let's do this, shall we, guys? Let's go do this exterminate. Think it's a Twitch thing? Ah, well, there we are then. If Twitch just breaks, Twitch just breaks. Twitch is Twitch, let's face it. Am I using copyright-friendly stuff? Oh, you know it, yeah. Every bit of music you hear on this stream is completely DMCA cleared. Always. It's the only way I do it. I know lots of other people are like, oh yeah, let me get the latest box going. No. Come on. I'm a professional here. Professionals have standards. And I don't mean the standards of the sniper, although that also does apply, but not to this work. Oh, you're the engineer? Yeah, I'm a professional engineer. It's a job. No. I don't do that New Zealand thing. Alright, that's the sniper. I'm the engineer. Oh, Etheric can't have to do the first mission first? Ah, well, fair enough then. They won't be with us for any of these missions then. Oh well. Come on, jump up, jump up. Oh, for God's sake, I messed up that jump. Yep, that's the sniper's motto right there, Space Cadet. That's the sniper's motto. Yep. Flat. Come on, let us through. There we are. And if gun doesn't work, use more gun. Yup. I mean, that's what multi-shot basically is, right? Multi-shot is use more gun. And it's great. It works. What? You know, that new mod, that allows me to cast these things just a little bit faster. It's pretty nice. Look at that. Blappity blappity blap. Oh, lockdown. Well, that's annoying. And... Flap! Oh, I forgot about that crate. Slightly overshot my second there, so I didn't get the recharge on the first. That was a bit sad. Doesn't the DMCA have a statutory fine of like $750 per infringement? I'm not familiar with any statutory fine, to be honest. I'm familiar with the takedown side of things and the whole don't use other people's stuff without permission thing, you know? Like, that's really easy for me to stick to as a rule. Just don't use other people's stuff. Yeah, just kind of works. Just kind of works. Basically, I'll be your piper any day. Ah, appreciate it, my dude. Appreciate it. Bro is a gentle neutral term? It is. Brother isn't. Bro is. And even brother is kind of up for debate. But bro is definitely gender neutral. Alright, we are on to the third and final mission. It's a hijack. I do not want my Lavos for this. Lavos and hijack is not a good combination. You know what? I'm going to use a frame I don't normally use. It's called Inaros. There we are. Completely mess up the spelling of Inaros, why don't I? Yeah, I never use Inaros. So let's go do this. Bam. They say dude is a gender neutral term. When I say I date dudes, I think I'm gay. Well, I just forced on Beard. Let's not do that. Beard's probably still sorting out his kit. Whoops. There we are. Oh, he's good. Ah, whatever. Whatevs. As I'm saying, do we have any substantial evidence to say that the plat change is due to low sales? No, Tom, I'm just going to cut that one right there. They said it's their best debut to date. We don't know anything other than that. We're not going to. That's just where it is at. If someone else has some evidence, ask them to give you the evidence. Don't ask for people to find the evidence. Those who make the claim give the evidence, or the claim can be dismissed. That is basic science. You have a hypothesis. You go out, you grab the evidence, you bring it home. If you make a claim about a successful test of your hypothesis, it's bullshit. Go away. Simple as that. You got a legendary core from your sortie yesterday? Nice. That is a good pickup. Oh, I haven't even set up my armor. Let me quickly do that. There we go. Now I've got my armor. Music's in tune now. Good to know. Thank you. Boom. Let's launch this. You were just in my game, never felt so useless? Really? Damn. You'll get there. What made you feel so useless, though? Zocco saying, claim made evidence can be dismissed without evidence. Absolutely, 100%. Even if someone gives an opinion without reason, if someone submits an opinion, they can either give reason to that opinion, or it will be relegated to merely just an opinion. If someone says, oh, I don't like that pizza place. Okay, why don't you like it? I'm just not a fan. Okay, cool, you just don't like it. Cool, we move on. Even opinions without evidence can just be dismissed as merest opinions. Johnny is saying, Ken, I thought I heard you say you researched IFARM. Did I come to a conclusion or still just theories? Oh, I have conclusions. I have the total conclusions, I'd say. I still need to put the video together because videos don't make themselves in an hour. And unfortunately, there's a stream right now. I can't make it right now, is there? That would be a bit crappy content from you guys. But yes, I have come to conclusions. They will be there in full in the video. I'm hoping I can get done by the end of tomorrow. Hope I can get it out for this time tomorrow. But I can't make the promises because, well, life happens, doesn't it? Also, BW Seal IRL. I'm going to go with Seal. Black and White Seal. There we are. That's your name now. Black and White Seal. Thank you very much for the subscription with Prime. Welcome to the channel. Is it prediction time? Oh, bugger. I forgot about that. Start prediction. Run. Ah. What reward do you think we're going to get? You got 30 seconds, guys. Jump in on it. What reward do you think we're going to get from today's sortie? Is it going to be a NASA sculpture? Is it going to be Endo? Or is it going to be anything else? You literally have seconds to enter it because I kind of forgot. So get in on that real quickly. Hit the blue spanner icon at the bottom of your chat window. It's going to take us about 30 seconds to get there, and then that's it. GG. So, yeet. Pressure's on. Editing stream when? Never. Or probably never. Because, yeah. Then saying, seems that a few YouTubers made videos on the best IFARMs, they don't all agree. It's funny that, it's almost as if you don't take the time to do the math fully, you might get a wrong answer. So I don't do that. I've got to research literally every single IFARM I can find and think of. I have checked in where possible on any amendments to or inaccuracies in drop tables, any hidden drop tables, that kind of stuff. I've been looking into it as much as I can. Spanner's a great word. It's part of the logo. Teacup and spanner. Here's the teacup. Just as a quick reminder, you can also buy these. They're available on the merch store, !merch, and we got a Melee Ribbon mod. Yes! Choose outcome. Is it anything endo related? It is not. Those of you who thought we would get, well, not endo items, you're absolutely correct. Enjoy your bonus spanners. It looks like you got about 50% back from that. Or 50% more. GG's. We'll add that to the ribbon pile. Is it something other than Cetus Bounty Loop? I will reveal it all in the video. I'm going to be showing off some of the different farms here today, but I will be going over it all in the video. Don't you worry, I'll give you the full details there. Kenjir does the deepest of statistic searching, only the best from the solver of practical problems. You know it. Oh, you know it. We know you don't want a spreadsheet on your temp stream. Yeah, I'm not going to bring up any spreadsheets right now. I know a lot of you guys, you'll look at the spreadsheet, you'll be like, what? I mean, to me, it's just numbers that paint a picture. They're not quite colours, but they do paint a picture. But I appreciate that that's for me, and not like the other 122 of you here. There might be one or two people here who actually love and enjoy it, but most of you will be like, huh? Yeah. Is Teacup and Spanner's the British equivalent to Hammer and Sickle? That's a good question, Zorka. That's a good question. I don't know. Let's stick with that. Love a well-organised spreadsheet? Well, if you do love a well-organised spreadsheet and you want to support the channel, this is a great time for me to plug the Patreon page at patreon.com/thekengineer. You do have access to what I call Meet the Math. Yes, that is a blatant rip-off of Meet the Team from Team Fortress 2. I love that game, I love that theme. Yes, I'm going to reference it. But under Meet the Math there, I do upload the math from my videos. I make it available there, and I do clean it up a bit to make it actually user-readable, as, you know, my sides nodes are a little bit messy. I fixed that before it goes up onto there. If anyone is a subscriber there and you do have questions about the math, I am of course happy to help explain and understand on that side as well. So if you do want to look at the spreadsheets, that's the place to look for them. They are only on Patreon, nowhere else. Alright, that's enough selling out for one moment. I'll get back to it in 5 minutes, don't you worry. Let's do some Equinox. Do I play the Engineer in TF2? I play a variety of roles. Engineer, Pyro were pretty much my core go-tos. I got used to playing Spy and Scout quite a bit. Soldier I was iffy on. Demo iffy on. Like the Rocket and Sticky Jumping I could get kind of handle. They weren't my ideal setups. Heavy I never was a fan of. Sniper, again, iffy. Medic, Medic's great when you have someone worth medicing. Pubs never offered that. They never offered that. So, yeah, that's pretty much how it's set for me and the classes there. There was a pick a frame redeemed. Oh. Excalibur! What? Depressed Dan, why? Why you be like this? Why you gotta be like this? Alright, well, okay. Yeah, Excalibur it is. I haven't changed this fashion in a very long time, and I'm not going to change it. Likewise, I haven't changed the mod setup in a very long time, and I am not going to change it. I dislike this frame. I really dislike this frame. So if you want me to bring it, fine, but he's going to be terrible at everything. Would I ever consider making a calculator, like an effective health calculator, for example? After I actually have uploaded some calculators onto the Patreon feed because they're part of meeting the math behind the videos, like damage reduction, the calculators on damage calculation for your weapons. So I've got a weapon building calculator. Those are built into spreadsheets, which I upload to Patreon as well. So it is all in one spot there. I don't dish them out to different places for different things, and I don't have coding know-how to do a web app, so it's all in spreadsheet form. 100% spreadsheet form. You got me talking about it again, damn it. Alright, so, I need to be farming Aya with a basic-ass Excalibur. How do we do this? Have to do a one-time donation at some point. That's absolutely fine. With the way Patreon works, if you sign up for a a single month. For that month, you have access to the entire back catalogue. You probably didn't see my arm go off screen there, but now you know. You have the whole back catalogue there. So download what you want, use what you want, and when it runs out, you just stop having access to the Patreon feed. So you don't get the new stuff, and if you lose the old files, well, you lost the old files. But yeah, if you sign up for a month, grab everything and then sod off again, okay, fair enough. But hey, you signed up for a month. That's more than 99.9% of all viewers do anyway. I am not going to complain if you do that. If you stick around, I'll be even happier. So, yes, I'm going to take Excalibur here over to Cetus. Let's switch this over to Friends and Invite only. Let's head down to... Oh, we got to go to 69. Let's head down to Cetus, and let's demonstrate the first of the various Aya farms I'm going to be showcasing today. I'm going to this one because it is low level, and that is suitable for an Excalibur with basically no mods on. Let's go do this. I see Zom's picking a pro tier for after this. Fair do. Either you sign up or buy a hoodie? That is a tough call. Well, Athlia, I'm sure you make the right decision whichever way you go. I am sure you will. If it in any way affects your decision, because the hoodies are partially designed by the graphic designer, he also gets a cut. So if you want to help him out, the hoodie would. Hey, what's going on? We are farming Aya. I'm demonstrating various ways you can farm Aya. I'll be going over what's best in the upcoming video, hopefully coming out tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's see here. Bounty. So, you can get Aya on most of these bounties. If I just show you here, for example, this one doesn't. This is the only open world bounty on the surface of open worlds that doesn't have Aya. So all of these other ones here have Aya in. I don't count the Eidolon ones because they're not really the same kind of bounties. But these ones all have Aya. All of the surface Deimos ones do, but not the vaults. All of the surface Orb Valis ones have Aya, but not the Orb heists. So this is the only Ostrom bounty that doesn't have it. These ones do. You can see, get it from here, go from here, you can go from here. But these two aren't always available. And these also now include Aya. So let's do the really low level one because I have a no potato Excalibur. Yeah. Like the orbital, what's it called? Oh, that was from the Zephyr Deluxe package or something. Bidface is one who gifted it over to me. But yeah, with Zephyr Deluxe, the whole Harrier setup, I believe it was from that one. Yeah, it's all spiky. So, with this bounty, this is how you farm Aya on this bounty, okay? I'm just going to go speed over here. We're going to go clear these burial grounds. Now, I have to be careful. I have not got Lavos. I cannot just sit in front of the enemies and face tank it. I have to be careful I don't be stupid now, because I am using a very, very weak frame. Any reason for using regular Excalibur? Someone in chat, Depressed Dan specifically, decided, hey, let's force Ken to use it with pick a frame. If you guys want to see a particular frame in action, by all means, you can pick that frame as well, like Protea has been selected after this. But, yeah. Is this channel commentator different from the YouTube one? What makes you ask that there, 102? What makes you ask that? Because, no. No, same person. What you're hearing is that I'm being more energetic to keep this thing more interesting. And also, we've got EDM. I usually use Synthwave in the background. No, I'm same person. All the same math. Oh, overshot. 100% same person. Hell, do you think anyone else would care to do all the math for me? Nope. My voice is really different. It's because I've been talking for the last 1 hour, 11 minutes solid. See, when I'm I can't even demonstrate properly here. Let me put myself into something that's not going to die when I sit still for a moment. There we go. You see, when I am doing the recordings for the videos, I can slow things down a bit. Okay? I'm the engineer. Let's solve a practical problem. Today, I'm demonstrating to you how I change up my voice to give a different pace to the videos. So this is where you now get to see how I make various facial expressions to myself as I'm recording things. Also, just stood here right now, Carrier Prime has killed everything around here. I didn't even need to focus on it. Except for that guy, he's out of range. It's hopefully this gives you a bit of a demonstration of the different sounds that come with the Engineer. After that then, I get back into the full swing of being live Engineer. Hello Ayash, how you doing today? So, what I've just done now, I've swung through the area, and now I've left it. Do you see that is abandoning the objective? Same guy confirmed? Excellent, there you go. Yeah, I am different live, but that's because, you know, I don't want to be talking like I'm a YouTube video live. I like having more energy to it, but that energy doesn't really work with YouTube videos. There we go, that is done, and then we restart. And this particular bounty is the most effective way because the first stage has the best drop rate of Aya. Okay? All the other stages on this bounty have a lower drop rate, so there is no point continuing the bounty. At least not for Aya. Now I have got far more tips about this particular thing coming up in the video, but this is the basic premise. Okay? Should I sell Legendary Core to get the Glaive Prime? Oh, is Glaive Prime part of the packs that are coming around to Preston? I didn't actually check. Is it going to be part of what's coming back, or was that one a Chroma one? I actually can't remember. It will be? Oh, well, if it's coming around, then hold back and wait for it to get cheaper. Ember Frost? Ah, yes. Of course. In the video, can I also help inform how to set up the same mission? How do you mean setting up the same mission? Chess Bro, how do you mean? Like, where are you getting stuck? I mean, who needs to have a Arcwing when you can just slam drop so much further ahead like that? Alright, you know what? Let's AFK this. Watch this. We're on 2 ghouls eliminated. I'm now going to do nothing. Let's chat for a bit whilst the mission completes itself around me. Glaive with Loki Prime Week. Ah, fair dude. High energy totally works for YouTube. Oh no, no Zom, no. I'm not going to do that. No. Absolutely not. Do people consider playing Glaives as playing melee? Well, they go in the melee slot, but no, they're not really melees, are they? You're using Titanium Prime with Infested Mobility farming Aya? Fair do, yeah. Really need the Necromech? Oh yeah, they're good. I mean, this isn't the Necromech doing the kills. This is 100% Carrier Prime right there. You see? It's my Sentinel. Just go zap, 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 win. How's the Aya farm for me? It's doing alright, it's doing alright. Alright, that is stage complete. Now at this point, I would do the reset by flying over this, then flying out. I'm just going to leave. We got the demonstration here. That's how it works. And also, as you saw, I can literally AFK it with my Sentinel. It's so stupid. Is 8 Aya per 10 minutes good? 8 Aya per 10 minutes is absolutely bonkers, Ayash. 8 Aya per 30 minutes is still pretty good. Yeah. Alrighty. So we're out of that mission there. Demonstration. Verglass? Yes. Absolutely. If I just go into the equipment here, I'll show you how that carrier was doing just so great. There you go. So I've got 4 Former on it, first of all. Serration, Split Chamber, Malignant Force, Rhyme rounds, Primed Cryo rounds, Vigilante Fervor, Thermite rounds, and Hellfire. Because basically, this thing is going all out on just doing a load of heat viral damage, loads of status, and a little bit of fire rate just to add on top of it. The crit stats are nothing to talk about, which is why there's no crit modding on here. And I'm pretty sure the Galvanized mods don't work on it either. So this just melts through it. This sucks. Console players don't have the Ghoul event and more. Don't worry, there are plenty of other ways of getting Aya. This is just one of the ones I've demonstrated so far. This does very good. To give you guys an idea, if you are farming very effectively, okay, if you are farming very effectively, the rate you should be anticipating is around about, depending on the missions you choose, 3 to 5 Aya per hour. But here's the thing, because it's only 3 to 5 Aya per hour, if you are getting less than that, that's just RNG being fickle. Okay, that just happens. Now, if you go 5 hours, you only get 1, then okay, maybe you should probably have not pissed off that witch down the road. But for everyone else, if you're ending up with only 1 ire per hour, that's going to happen. Likewise, if you are finding yourself gaining loads more ire, so if you're getting like 8 in half an hour, then you are absolutely smashing it. But that's because you're more being lucky than anything else. Should you use heavy caliber instead of fervor? You sure on that one? Hold on, let's have a look here. Let's have a look here. Also, yo, Punito, thank you very much for the subscription with Prime. Welcome to the channel proper, my dude. I'm glad you're sure I'm the correct person now. So yeah, heavy caliber in here, I would need to former it another time. So that is one downside already. I would need to former it. But let's see here. I'm just going to double check on the deets on that. I've currently got 265 times a 1.45, but with heavy caliber instead, that goes up to 430 times 1.0. Yeah, that would be higher DPS. You're absolutely right. That would be higher DPS. So if I wanted to former this another time, I put the former here and then go for heavy caliber. Oh, for God's sake, the heavy caliber. But yeah, I don't want to former it. Don't want to former it. Dear. Uko is a terrible place for farming ire. Nope. Nope, Nightblade. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope, nope. Unless you're comparing it to some of the absolute very best out there, which the very, very best actually involves a bit of, I think it's possibly considered bug abuse. Not sure, haven't checked. Don't intend to. But yeah, Uko is actually a pretty decent spot. And you know what? Zom wanted Protea. I think we can take Protea over to Uko as a demonstration. Come on, Protea. Let's head on out of here. Let's go over to Uko. It's basically saying I didn't praise Clem enough. Yeah, that'll do it to you. You gotta praise Clem. Clem, our god of RNG, our Lord and Savior. His shrine is right here. Praise be unto Clem. Nearly 10k DPS with the build before Viral and Heat. Yup. Carrier Prime. It doesn't have to be Carrier Prime, but Carrier Prime is a good pick. But Verglass especially absolutely shreds as a Sentinel weapon. Like, the fact that it can even kill Steel Path units is kind of a little bit bonkers. Yeah, it's not winning any awards. It's not clearing a whole mission faster for you than anything else could. The fact that it can actually kill as a Sentinel? That's pretty good. What damage type should I put for Plains Bounty? Damage type? Just, I mean, you should have just enough damage. Like, honestly, you should just have enough damage. You know? Just use more gun. If you've got a properly built weapon, you'll be fine as is. You could bring radiation, you could bring blasts for all I care, and you'd probably still be fine. In fact, no, probably, you will be fine. Okay, compared to first stage ghoul bounties? Ah, well, comparisons, you'll have to wait for the video. You'll have to wait for the video on that one there. Alright, so, just make sure, have I got a Mimi build or an actual build? Ah, this looks like an actual build. Let's, ooh, hang on. Please, and thank you. More yeets, there we go. Okay, now we got the yeets, I'm good. Radiation for Thumper? Well, yeah, radiation for Thumper, that's different. That one, having the wrong build, absolutely will screw you over. There's just no doubt on that. So, let's do this now. Normally, if I'm farming for Vaulted Relics, I'd like to go over to Hepi here. It's great for Archons as well. Because originally that had a 1 in 8 drop chance of a Vaulted Relic. Get the Lith. Over here on Uko, I think it was also a 1 in 8, but you had 2 different Vaulted Relics and 16 relics in total. It would be a little bit more annoying, but now things are a bit different. It's all just an eye drop. Uko is better than Hepit. Let's not do this on Steel Path, thank you very much. There we go. So let's go and do this. December 14th to 21, Carrier Prime. Well, everyone should have that then. Absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, let's do this. I'm not even using a speedy frame. This is a terrible idea. Haven't even used my dispensary. What are you going to do? Hit me? Yeah, do it. Thank you. That got me out of that animation. Let's see, which way is the exit? Is the exit this way? It is! Good. Alright, let's speed out of here. Wait, that's... Oh, for crying out loud. It showed it this way. It showed it. I prefer flying frames for this. I'm just messing up now. I'm tilted by that waypoint. I am tilted by that waypoint. It said go through this doorway. I went the other way. Oh, wait, sorry, might be. Other way. Damn it, game. And then my amp after the part numbers? Yup. That's how I was going to remember. That's the 777. Not all the other ones, which I've named like Stalker Bane, Eidolon Bane. That one's the one that actually matters. What am I testing right now? Now, we're testing nothing, actually. This is demonstration of ways you can get iron. No test involved. We're just doing it. We're just doing it. So you can just leap around as Protea with her legs doing that weird front flip, side flip kind of thing. It's, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the waypoints, they always bug out, Aria. There's no fixing it. They just bug out. What bonus do I recommend for Ogris and Tsar? And is Galvanized Shot worth on Spore Lacer Secondary? Oh, wow. 3 questions in one for one highlight message. Yo, Kizo. Yo, Quazo. It's Quazo. Yo, Quazo. You've been a bit cheeky, but sure. Have I actually got them? Ogris. I do have one. There we are. On this one, I've got Magnetic. Don't do that. Don't do that, no. I would genuinely recommend on this one you can go for Toxin. Because that Toxin, then you can combine up to get yourself Viral on there very easily. That works well if you want to go onto a Hunter Munition style build. Or you can build in for Corrosive with a single mod as well. So that just works fine. Toxin is absolutely fine for the Kuber Ogris. That'd be a good place to go. I'm not sure on what its crit stats actually are. Probably not worth it for crits, in which case just yeah, going the viral way might still be the right thing to do. But yeah, Toxin to get you viral, that'll work just fine. As for the Tsar, I do have a Tsar. Good, good, good. Again, I've got Magnetic. I think I just did a lot of these with Lavos, who is Magnetic for some reason. But again, much the same applies because on the radiant attack here, it's Blast. You're safe to go for Toxin. Toxin plus Cold, you get your Viral, or Toxin plus Electric, you get your Corrosive. Both of those work absolutely beautifully. Yeah, Toxin goes on both of those nicely. Relate, you can also go for Fire. Yeah, you can go for Fire. It's not necessary for the base damage, but you can go there if you want. You can. And as for, would you use Galvanized Shot on a Spore Lacer Secondary? Well, let's just have a quick look at that, shall we, guys? Because I do happen to have a Spore Lacer Secondary. I don't know if I modded it correctly. Let's have a look here. So, if you're building it like I have, and this is not a finished build, owing to the fact that this is a not fully ranked to allow the to allow the Riven to fit in, so it's not fully formed. I kind of stopped caring about forming it. But as you can see on this one here, that's just adding multi-shot damage and crit damage. You can see why I kind of wanted to keep that Riven on it, you know? Damage, crit damage, multi-shot. It was good back before the galvanized mods. Now it's not so great, but it's good enough. I'm just leaving it there. But, with this, you're not going to have that many damage types on it, unless you go all out. And even then, I don't think you can really go all out. It's innate Toxin. You turn that into either Viral, Corrosive, or whatever, you're going to have 2 damage types. That's not really a lot for the Galvanized Shot to work with, because 2 damage types at full stack here will give you 240% if you get both statuses on. Alright? But you already gain 220% from Hornet Strike, so what does this really do other than reduce your bonus on the first hits? Now sure, if you get other status effects going on, if you've got a primer, then yes, you use Galvanized Shot, but, well, do I use Galvanized Shot if I got a primer? The answer is obviously yes. That's separate. But if you've not got a primer, I wouldn't recommend it on the Spore Lacer, no. A request member and Atlas, Depressed-Dan. And I know I mentioned this before, you don't need to remind me of that. I have got them right here, I've got my picker frame. You definitely don't need to highlight a message for that. If we haven't jumped into a mission, I can still see them here. Don't you worry, my dude. I can see, and I quote, from Space Cadet, Ember, quote, welcome back to Ken's Kitchen. Today I'll be showing you how to roast a big helping of insert faction name. End quote. And from Rick Ridiculous, we got Atlas Punchy Boy, full stop. You see, I got him. I absolutely got him here, don't you worry, I ain't losing them. Primer, so a primer, Jade Comet, a primer refers to a weapon which applies a load of different status effects to an enemy. so that you can then build off those status effects for your damage output. So to give you an example of that, the Cedo, just grab this one here. This is an amazing, and I do mean amazing, primer weapon. Reason being is that not only has it got multiple damage types built into it, we've got slash going around, we've got heat, we've got blast, we've got corrosive, but then it's got hidden extra status effects on hit of heat, electric, toxin, and cold. You think of how many different damage types we are putting into the enemies there, how many different status effects we are putting in. That primes the enemy to be thoroughly demolished by condition overload type effects on your melee, secondary, or even on your ability in the case of Lavos' Catalyze. So that's what a primer is. It primes the enemy to be deleted by something that builds off a status. So yeah, there you go. That's a primer. I have a rewards redemption console? Absolutely, yeah. I literally have a panel which puts through any of the requests you guys make. So, Yo DJ, pick a frame, pick a mission, full random loadout, VIP, auto model loadout, all of them are there. I need a drink. Ayush, if you have all of the frames, I would diversify. If you're going to stock up on any, but honestly, because of how quick this event's rotating through, stocking up doesn't really work. So I'm saying, just realised full random still isn't available? Is it not? What? Hold on, let me have a look here. Full random. Hang on, I turned it on. Where is it? Let me fix that. Thank you very much, Zom. Yep, that one's missing. But yeah, if you want to grab any frames, just grab the ones you want to sell. They'll be there eventually. Yeah, let's fix that full random loadout being missing. There we go. Let's activate and turn on. There we go. Very sorry, guys. Don't know why that one wasn't selected, but now it is. There you are. Okie dokie. So, we had a quick run of Protea. Let's do now the Ember one. Let's bring Ember Prime. Why not? And to help out with this, we're going to bring the Ignis... No. No, I'm not bringing the Ignis Wave. God damn, no. Also, I've missed a message. How long ago was that one? Hi. That was 20 minutes ago. Very sorry, Android. Hi. Very sorry on that one. What progenitor should you get for the Kuvashaka? Probably Toxin again is a good one. Probably Toxin. Nah, Beard, nah, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Don't worry, Beard. You're fine. You're fine. Aya won't be super useful after the event? Yeah. There's not really a point to stocking up Aya post-event. Get it, spend it. Do I prefer Ukko for Aya? Out of the Void missions, yes. Compared to other missions, see the video when I get it out, which should be tomorrow. Should be. Should. Probably. Hopefully. So long as nothing gets in my way. Which it might. I'm just looking off to the side. Yeah, capturing this guy, don't mind me. Yeah, nothing going on here. Whoop. Now let's... I tried to slam cancel and slightly mistimed that one, but it's fine. Oop, I have a shot. See, this is not the right frame for speeding through stuff, okay? This is not the right frame at all. But you wanted Ember, so we flex. There's your Ember. Want some more Ember? There you go. What primary or secondary would I recommend for killing Steel Path Acolytes? Doesn't really matter. Grab something that does a shitload of damage. Crits help in that regard. And otherwise, give it Corrosive. I cannot stress enough, you want Corrosive for dealing with the Acolytes. They just fall over to Corrosive. Otherwise, just whatever hits the hardest, you know? Just that works. And in melee with Corrosive, I mean... Brant, Am I calling you Brant? Your name's got a 7 in it. I never like trying to pronounce those. So Brant, you are now Brant. Brant, when he says primary or secondary, a melee with corrosive is not the right answer. That's literally not a primary or secondary. You managed to get an entire different category. Well done. And I know that was probably intentional, but I'm still going to mock you for it. Alright, there we are. That was Ember. Atlas time. Atlas Punchy Boy. Let's take him to something different. Let's take him to a different source of fire, shall we? Do I still think corrosive is good versus acolytes if you use Ash or Vorman to strip their armor? No, if you strip their armor, you strip the reason for using corrosive, absolutely. If you've stripped their armor, then at that point, damage type doesn't really matter. The whole point of corrosive is to skip the armor, well, 75% of it. If you stripped it, just kill them. Just kill them, you've got the damage now. You've got rid of the main thing that makes them a problem in terms of their defenses. Just shoot them. And if you can't shoot them, your weapon simply isn't modded for the steel path. Damn, Atlas, calm down, you're supposed to be a rock. Alright, let's go do this. Let's go do this. So, I'm going to take him to a different farm. We're skipping it over the void for now. Let's go to Fortuna. Let's head down to Fortuna. Hello, Depth from Tower. How are you doing today? Wait, so the max, 4 max instances of element affecting the acolytes doesn't apply to corrosive? No, it's different to that, Kimski. So, corrosive has a 75% bonus against ferrite armor. What this means is that, first of all, it ignores 75% of the armor. Just straight up, 75% of the armor is not counted in the damage reduction equation against corrosive damage for ferrite armor. Then, after that has happened, the corrosive also gets a 75% bonus to its damage. This means against something like a Steel Path Acolyte, you're not getting 75% more damage, you're getting approximately 500% more damage. The exact amount varies a little bit, but it is around about 500% more. There is nothing out there that competes with that at all. Normally, Slash Viral would just be better because Slash ignores armor in the first place, but that doesn't matter when you can only get 4 Slash procs onto an enemy. So Corrosive just wins. And if you get rid of the armor, the only thing that Corrosive would have had then is the 75% bonus, and even the armor it's doing that against is gone. So Corrosive loses all bonus if the armor is fully stripped. So yeah, if you strip the armor, just use whatever damage you've got and just punch them as hard as you can. A literal punch works, otherwise yeah. Also, message from Beard, wild one. You need some bird in the squad? I'm going to assume you mean Beard. Let's bring some Beard in the squad. Come on down, Beard. Come on down. I was saying it has 7 Vault Prime sets ready to sell. First time ever having ready sets. Then Resurgence news came. Yeah, holding on to sets to sell always hurts a bit, doesn't it? Always hurts. Atlas is built like a JoJo stand. I see it. Alright, we got Beard in the squad. We have got Beard in the squad. So, why I'm down here is because another place you can get some Aya is from these bounties. I've already mentioned you can get it from all of these standard bounties here. All of them have it in, okay? Every last one of them. There's no point doing the Seal Path one. It's there, but you don't need to do it. However, from my reckoning, okay, let me just double check on this. I have got a spreadsheet over here. Aya farming. Just double checking what I'm saying here. Orb Vallis, best one is that one. Yeah. So, from my reckoning, based on how long it takes to do the mission, and based on the drop rates that are available in that mission, this one is actually the best one. The Tier 3, level 20 to 40 mission is the best one when it comes to these bounties. It is not the best overall, but if you need to do a bounty for the Solaris, this is the one to pick if you want to get Aya as quickly as possible on the way. The others are slower, notably slower. So yeah, the middle tier, tier 3, 20 to 40, is the best one of the Solaris ones. This does not apply evenly everywhere, okay? But it is the best one here. Oh, extra room for suffering? Yeah, sure. Athia, there you go. Alrighty, let's do this. Ooh, it's a bit cold. Let's do this. What about Deimos spawns? Which bounty is best? We'll get there. Don't you worry, Salamandra. We'll get there. Alright, let's go do this. Flap. Flap. Flapped by Sentinel. And that's gotta feel bad. Like, here comes the 17NO, this great beacon of military power, and what happens? You get killed by his pet robot. There's this little floating loot box. It's like, oh, by the way, you're dead. Oh dear. I can't even get in range to punch them. They're dying too quick. There we go, I can punch that one. Which ability would I give Equinox Prime for the helmet? I gave it Vile Rush because speedy ice skates are fun. Yeah, I gave it Vile Rush. There are other options you could go for, but Vile Rush is the most fun to me. So I just use that one. Alright, let's go get the assassination target, which means we need to get some credits. Yeah, this will give you a bit of standing. If you're looking for standing, and especially if you are looking for the debt bonds, then it may be worth doing the top tier mission. Because you'll get Aya slower, but you'll be cross-farming with other things. As I mentioned before, farming multiple things at once is often better than farming the most efficient way of one thing. But if there's only one thing you need to farm, then yeah, go for the most efficient. And out of the Orb Valis bounties, this is the most efficient for Aya, specifically. Having come from playing a fair amount of StarCraft, it feels weird calling out Aya all the time and not referring to an entire planet. Just odd. Oh, hello. Hold up, beat it. Aw, did he want to put down a beacon? Did he need some friends? No, not happening. Okay, 2 stages down, 2 to go. So far, so bad, but it's fine, that happens. It's RNG. Where do we need to go? Come on, Yuriko. Tell us the good stuff. And there it is. We need to activate the trap. I slightly overshot, but that's fine. It happens. Activated. Now we wait. My life for Aya just doesn't hit the same in this universe. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are talking that way, aren't they? You know. But yeah, it doesn't hit the same. Wait, you thought it was Or? It's Aya. Here we go. The core drive has arrived. Let's hack it. And start cracking it. Now we just need to defend it whilst we crack it. Does that make sense? Before we switch frames, could you see the melee static for Landslide? Oh, no. I haven't actually got the static equipped. I forgot to do that. But you can still see my static build, because ridiculous, if you go onto YouTube, if you type in the Kengineer static, you will see my static build, not just for Atlas, but for all frames that use a static. Yeah, by all means, if you want to see the build, it's there available, it's on YouTube. Go right ahead. Or you can just wait for Quintus to give you a link, that works too. Thank you, Quintus. Now, I want to punch someone, but they're all dead. This is a dilemma that I come into frequently when playing Alice. Things just die a little bit too quickly around me when I try to get into punch mode. Especially when Akuba Shaka says no to entire ships. That definitely takes him down. Please tell me it's not the Fluctus. God damn it, I was hoping for a Morzalon here. No. Oh well. Just get rid of this thing then. That's disappointing. Hello, Yuri boy. How are you doing today? Just going to scoop up some of these mods, seeing as the enemies are all dead before I can reach them. I'm doing my part. Apparently there is one stat stick that was missed, and that's for Titania. Okay, yeah, no. I know that you can stat stick her melee in some way, but it's still terrible. It's still terrible. And to recommend anything for that is an insult to everyone. Just don't focus on it. It's not worth it. Where am I saying the best Aya farm is? The best Aya farm will be revealed in the video I'll be releasing hopefully tomorrow. Gotta put the details together. I've basically done the research. I just need to, video form it. I'm showcasing some of the top farms out there at the moment. I'm not revealing which I have calculated to be the absolute best until the video. Just to be an absolute tease. Gotta have some secrets, At least temporarily. But this is, of the Valis bounties, this is the best Valis bounty when it comes to it. Let me blow that up now. So the tier 3 bounty on Orb Valis is the best one on Orb Valis when it comes to getting Aya. It is not, however, the best way to get Aya. Fun fact. After this mission, apparently Quintus wants to go deal with the Steel Path Zealoid Prelate. I've got to say, I did not see that coming. Okay. Quintus, you're a dick. You're a dick. Having Aya drop on boss nodes would have been good. It would have been very different from how DE have previously handled vaulted stuff dropping, yeah. It's always nice to have it drop in more places, but that just wasn't the design plan for it. Stop. I'm not even going to kill him. Just freeze him in place. It's fine. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Quintus better be joining. Do we really want him in for that? I mean, if he's the kind of person who's going to give us that mission in the first place, he clearly thinks it's a hard mission. Do we really want him there for something he thinks is hard? He might struggle. Came from bosses, people just spam Sergeant. True, unless they made the drop rate different for each boss to accommodate the ease of doing different ones. Drop rates don't have to be static. It doesn't just have to be the boss rate. That one's being captured and Fear just left it. Ah, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I was watching it. I was like, hang on. Oh, you just don't know how to do the boss, do you, Quintus? Well, fair enough then. Fair enough. Fair enough. We just finished that bounty, didn't we? So let's get out of here. Yeah, all sorted. Did we get anything good in that? Wow, okay. Okay, we got tech enhance, actually. That's good. We got tech enhance. Wish that the orbs were included. I'm sure there are people wishing for every single mission to have been included. Everything from void storms to the orbs to boss fights to just, make it available as per random chance. Technically speaking, it is available from every single mission via Syndicate standing, but only to a limit. Only to a limit. What are we up to? We were up to Aya farming, but we're going to have to take a brief break away from that because Quintus has requested we do a Steel Path Zealoid Prelate. And mind if I hop along for the Prelate? I needed it for Steel Path completion, and this was the quickest way I thought to complete it. Wow. Wow, okay. Well, let's head to the Orbiter. Let's group up. If there's anyone else who needs to get the node for the Steel Path Zealoid Prelate out of the way, now's the time to sign up for it. I'm going to close all of these other tabs so I know who is actually messaging. But if you want in, send a message over to the Kengineering game. I will bring you on in and we will get that done. So we are going to this. Was it this one? Yeah, that one. This one right here. Okay, I've already done it on Steel Path. Quintus wants it done, so we'll get it done. All right. Quintus invited. I need that one, says Keldon, so let's bring you on in. There you go. We got space for one more person to be carried, or if you want to help out, that would be better. But, you know, yeah. Is there a video on interpreting the damage numbers that show up on screen so we can test more easily? For example, if slash is the symbol for slash, then seeing 100 slash doesn't mean you did 100 slash damage. No. What that slash means, Ayash, is that the slash proc has been procced on that hit. That's what that means. If you ever see a status effect next to your damage, then it's saying, hey, yo, you just landed that status. Do you need... oh, sorry. Can do if there's a free spot. Athlia say I can help out. TM. Who do we pick then? Beard or Athlia? Who do we pick? Beard or Athlia? Chat, open up to you guys. Beard or Athlia? Who gets to join in the 4th slot? Ariat saying, would love to join. Choose wisely. We've not got an Aria, Beard, and Athlia. Esprit saying Ath. Well, Esprit, you usually say stupid things, so I'm going to go for Beard. I'm sorry, Esprit, but you BS so many times. I'm going for the opposite of what you choose. You knew this was coming, mate. You should have seen this coming. Absolutely. You're offended, Athlia? You can blame Esprit for this one. You can blame Esprit. Even though I'm the one that made the choice, you can blame Esprit. Esprit hate? Yes. Yes, Esprit hate. Yes, that's what we're doing here. Absolutely nothing to do with what you have done over the many, many streams you've been here. Alright, I've still got Zagara's gift equipped. You know what? Sod it, let's keep it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, Nightblade. Hey. Gonna go cry in the temple. Athlia, you can join in on later ones. It's fine. It's fine. Or maybe it's not, whatever. I'm on the wrong planet. I need Deimos. Right planet, wrong moon. There we go. Right, Zealoid Prelate. Those of you who have not yet done this mission, be it on Standard or Steel Path, or if you just want to actually understand how the heck this actually works, well, now you're about to find out. Now you are about to find out. How am I doing? I'm doing better 5 minutes ago before I needed to do this mission. But there we are. There we are. Can drive stream when? Nope. Nope. Just nope. 2035? Nope. Still too soon. Still too soon. Alright, so let's head on over to this boss. As with any boss fight, we first of all have to travel through a bunch of missions just to get there. We had a Wave Rider stream? True, yes. There was the whole Wave Rider quest stream. So that has happened and it's not re-happening. Alright. So we start by just wailing on everything because that's fun. Let's bring out the small laser, why not? I don't know if corrosive is actually the right damage type for this guy. It might actually be gas, technically, that is the best one to use. I'm just going to hit him. Just going to hit him. This guy tanks. Gas is the right one? Ah, whoops. We'll just spam all the shots. It's fine. Hit him with the absolute biggest stuff that I can. Am I not using the Fulmer Ribbon because of disposition or not having a good one? Both, basically. What I have would be good if the disposition was higher. Instead, it's only really good against a Grenier. That's why I do what I do. Gas bomb. Ooh, that hit for 16,000. That doesn't sound like a lot, really. Not when Glade Prime just like, oh, I'm just gonna smash him for 126,000. Yeah. This is one of the reasons I don't like high-level boss fights. They just become bullet sponges. Look at this. I mean, I know I am also a bullet sponge, but look at this. There we go. Alright, we're on to stage 2. Let's go find the light. So we jump through another whole bunch of mission tile. And then we arrive at the boss chamber and get told, oh wait, you can't fight this boss. Go somewhere else. Down here. We find the light. One of you is the light. This thing. There we go. I have acquired light. Let us go use this light to attack the boss, who hides otherwise in darkness. This is a lot easier on normal mode. I will tell you that. Where did he go? Where did he go? Alright, we need more light. This is how you do it. You basically, you use up all of your light until you run out of light. And then you go kill the next guy who has some light. That's it. That's all there is to it. Oh, I did not get stuck on that tree. Killing the enemies around him in the light also recharges the light a little bit. But mostly you just want to keep him in the light so he can be wailed on. That's it. That's the process. And there we are. Light's burned out. Let's go get the next one. Wait, where? Oh, it's right here. The enemy tag threw me off. I, of course, got my carrier putting 10 viral procs on everything as well, so that helps. Alright, well, let us turn this guy into mush. I'll pop out another proc of this. You see, the blue zone on my minimap, it keeps on growing in size every now and then. So we keep on getting nearby enemy kills, recharging it just little bits. The zone is... Actually, the zone's holding pretty well at the moment, but it's going to start shrinking. And the smaller it gets, the harder it becomes to increase the size again. Oh, and then we get blinded because now he switches onto these sub-stages. Every 20% of his health, you then have to kill all of his supporters. Then we go get the light and repeat. We just do that like 4 more times over. Thank you for the light. Let's go. Now, I don't need to be holding onto the light to fight him, but if he moves out of the light, it's good to be able to instantly move back to him, you know? Yeah, Steel Path, Rope Lotus, and Vayhek, they are pretty nasty fights. At least with this guy, we can just kind of wail on him with the light in hand. Those ones are just nasty. Especially if you need energy against Vayhek. Ew. Oh, I didn't notice he ran. Oh well. Alright, let's go again. Let's grab some more light. Looks like Beard is onto that one, so I'm going to let Beard get that one. I'm going to stay with the boss ready to attack him. Now, without light, we can't hurt anything. We just hold on. When Ambulance Steel Path fight, I mean, we had that with AYAYAYAYAYAY the other day, didn't we? With a randomized weapon loadout. It was pretty horrible. Understandably, I failed that mission. I had randomized weapons, AYAYAYAYAY solo Steel Path Ambulance. It just wasn't going to work. It just wasn't. As soon as this light arrives, I'm going to bring down my crew. Here we are. Crewmate, help out. Let's see how much damage they can add into this. Oh, we need to go over that. As you can see, my Lavos is just tanking this because he doesn't care. Lavos tank too good. Pretty sure we got a Wisp helping out on that, but still, Lavos tank too good. Yeah, we're up to 2,600 heat procs on this guy, and it just keeps climbing. I'm not even the one doing it. Oh, we got him onto his next stage of followers everywhere that need to be taken out. That should be... Oh, there's one. That should be all of them. Alright, now we just need to build up the heat procs again. Steel Path Stug only? Oh god. I don't get it. The desire for those kinds of missions. Oh, which way's the doorway for this one? There we go, that's the doorway. Let's go get this. I've worked hard to get all of this gear to absolutely demolish missions, to then just go for the Stug. I'm like, eh. I missed my jump. That was bad. There we go. We can get a bit of damage into this guy now. Do we even own a Stug? I don't know that I do, to be honest with you. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. We're wailing on him. And there we go. We got him to the next stage. I got blinded. There's one. And we're good. Alright. Stage 2, version 3. Version 4. I've lost count which one we're on. Hit this guy as hard as I can. That gives us the light. And the light allows us to banish the dark, as you are seeing many times over now. Yeah, this is exactly one of the reasons I have request a mission available on this channel. If you do have a mission that you are just really struggling with, I mean, we're here to solve practical problems. That gives you the ability to have the problem solved. Yeah, I might whinge and moan a little bit if you pick a mission as annoying as this one, but hey, we're here to help out. Especially if you've been watching long enough to get the channel points needed for it. Sure. Oh, here we go. He's about to do his thing again, isn't he? Yep. Whinge? Yeah, like whine. Like moan. Let's take out his porters. Oh, he's got one round here or something? Thing? Keeps on beaming over here, but there's nothing I can see over that way. Oh wait, no, he's just beaming at stuff randomly, isn't he? We need to go get the next light bulb now. Yeah, let's go get the next lantern. Here it is. That was confusing. Boom. Oh, took a wrong turn. Slightly slowed me down there. There we go. Didn't overshoot. There he is. Now we wail on him. Wave Prime, go! Yeah, this melee weapon is definitely not a melee weapon, is it? Oh, where'd he go? This melee weapon defies all rules for melees. But we'll get there. We'll get there. And that's just about got it. There we go. Whew. Mission successful. The Steel Path Zealoid Prelate is dead. Until next time. Boom. Boom. Blade Prime is a throwable war crime? Yup. Hope they never change it. I'd be surprised if they don't change it, but I ain't asking them to. As long as the enemy you kill is still on screen, it's melee range. Sometimes I kill them off screen. Seriously. And we got a Path Assist Subcortex. Fair enough. Alright, that's a thing. 10 mutagen samples. Is that maybe a mutagen sample farm? No. No, no. Just like if everything's dead, it's stealth. Yup. Same energy right there. If it goes in the melee slot, it's a melee. As I say, hey Ken, small question about Aya Farm. Which open world will be better for farming? One where you have lower chances during the stages, but very high chances in the final, or one with higher chances during the phases, but only slightly higher drop chance in the final phase? That I'm going to put off to the video that's coming out, hopefully tomorrow, so this. Today I'm showcasing some of the different farms you can do, but I intend to have a video out tomorrow, just need to actually put it together, which will go through all of the farms for Aya. The good ones, the bad ones, all of them, and give you guys the absolute top picks to have, so you can match it to the type of mission you want to do. You're welcome though, Kelvin, you're welcome. Alright, let's clean up these tabs. Bam, there we are. Alrighty tighty, so next after this we've got the Zealot Prelate out the way, and Depressed Dan has apparently picked up a Ureli request during this. God damn it. God damn it, Depressed Dan, why? Alright, fine, we'll bring out Stormageddon or whatever a stupid name is. Fine. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to take you really over to another of the farms. Chat is trolls? Oh, I know chat trolls. Some of you guys specifically are very much trolleys. Oh, wait, that's a different word. You know what I mean. Alright, so let's see here. Of the... Oh, you know what? I'm going to go quickly. I'm not going to do this farm, but I'm going to take us to a farm that I want to complain about. So, Quintus B, I'm just going to drop you out of squad. I want to go complain about a farm to you guys. And you, when you see this, when you appreciate just what I put through here, what I'm showing you here, you're probably going to want to complain as well. Okay? Let me just get you down here. Now, first of all, a little bit of introduction as we head on over to Mother. Those of you who are unfamiliar with the bounties on open worlds, they have variants. All of the bounties, they have their reward tables, or almost all of the bounties, they have their reward tables rotate around. They have rotations for the rotations. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but there you go. This means that at different times of the day, you can get different rewards. So, say for example, if you're trying to get hold of... say if you're trying to get hold of certain lenses, let's see, which one of these has got a lens? There we go. So you see, right now, I can get Naramon and Xeneric lenses from this particular bounty, okay? But if we come back in 35 minutes time, it won't be Naramon Xeneric, it will be different lenses available. So that's how these rotate around. Different rewards are added in, but it doesn't change all of them. So things like the Ire on this one pretty much stays the same, the Endo stays the same, the Zaku Neuroptics, they're always there. They pretty much stay the same. Now, most of these rotations, they just kind of go through the motions. For things that need to be swapped out and swapped in, they swap them out, swap in. That's it. This one changes that. There are a couple bounties where the drop rates vary quite significantly. Not hugely, but quite significantly, notably. This one really takes the cake. And that's for two reasons. First of all, the drop rates on Aya. You'll see that Aya here is represented multiple times over. That doesn't really matter. That mostly comes down to the different stages of this bounty. Here's how it goes. Let me just grab the spreadsheet here. So, in this endless mission, what happens is that you will do a number of excavators, and that will be one excavation, and that gives you a reward from the bounty. For every 3 excavations, that's a round, okay? And then the rounds go A, B, C, like you get in normal defense missions, like you get from interception, normal excavation. You do a bunch of excavators for an excavation, 3 excavations for a round, and the rounds are A, B, C. These lot are your A rewards, kind of. These lot are your B rewards, kind of. And these lot are your C rewards, kind of. Because it's much more complicated than that, because why make things simple? Now this is where it gets really annoying. The drop rates for Aya on those rotations change. If you are on rotation A or rotation C, I'm just looking at my sheet here, yep, rotation A or rotation C, the rate of getting Aya per excavation on rotation on the first 6 excavations, which are themselves called rotation A, it's weird, or stage 1, whatever you want to call it, the first 6 excavations of these have a 5.26% chance per excavation. Alright? 5.26% on rotation A or C. The first 6 excavations you do, 5.26% chance each you get an Aya. Have that number in your head, 5.26. So, those of you who haven't looked up the drop table, and only those who haven't looked up the drop table, don't steal my thunder, how much, or what chance do you think it is of getting an Aya on rotation B? Okay, it's the same 6 excavations, the same process, the same amount of time in mission, you've just started a mission, all the same stuff. On 2 of the options, it's 5.26. Right now, it's one of them. It's going to be swapping to another one. We don't know. It's currently 5.26. What do you think it's actually on that other one? We've got Quintus saying 5%, Nightblade saying 2 or 3%, Dodger asking something completely different, Athlea knowing my luck 0.1%, I mean, fair enough. What do I find the best Warframe to farm focus on? Various frames could do that for you. You can use Sarin as a pretty popular pick. You can use Mirage, for example. Volt's a decent one as well. Those are your top 3, really. Zoka saying 7, Kimski, or Kimixi. I feel like that is just from a part of Europe where I cannot pronounce things properly for, but I'm going to say Kimixi, but 8%. Alright, so you think it's varying somewhere from the lowest guess there, aside from Athlea's, is 2% all the way up to high of 8%, compared to the normal, the other 2 times it being 5.26. No, you're all completely wrong. Not a single one of you got close. The actual drop rate on rotation B is 14.29. It is nearly triple the rate. So when this timer ticks over, it switches between either 5.26 I said? Yeah, 5.26 or 5.26 or 14.29. Now, can anyone tell me what rotation we're on? I'm saying, do the bounties rotation go independently, or could you use another bounty to figure out if it's rotation B? That's a funny question there, Quintus, because here's the thing. This mission here has no rotation. This mission is only 1 rotation, and this one only has 2 rotations. So we don't really know. So anyone here, can you tell me, is this rotation A, B, or C? Nightblade saying no because you need the drop table. And this is where I get to bring you to the very best of all of this. Even if you are sensible enough to know about these drop table variances and only want to do it when it is the right one, nothing here changes. That's right. Despite the fact that the drop rates are different between A and B, A and C and B, despite the fact they are different by literally almost 3 times over, there is no difference in the actual items available. I'm sure this is some relic of the removal of relics from these. In fact, I know it is because of that. It's the only way this happens. But yeah, that means 2 different people could farm this very same mission for an extended period of time and get completely different results because they just happen to be on different invisible rotations. If I go back to this one here, like I said, the lenses swap around so you know, alright, I'm on this one versus that one, and if the Aya rate was different for Naramon one versus the Vazarin one, you would know. And if the Aya was bad on Naramon, you go, okay, well, Naramon's in stock, so don't need to do it right now. We'll leave it to another time. But for this one, you have no way of knowing. That's my complaint. There is no way to know. Why the drop rates and drop tables aren't made simpler and why they aren't in here in the first place, I don't know. But it's just not here. It's just not here. Which Sporothrix part is tied to each rotation? Yes. There's a Sporothrix part tied to each rotation? Hold up. Which one? I actually remember. Isovolts. Am I missing something? Aram Spinosa, is it just tier 3? Oh, there's a blueprint. And there's a barrel. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so they're just in tier 3 then, Quintus. You'll have to have a look at the wiki drop tables to know exactly which one, how often they drop. But yeah, you just check here to see if it's in rotation. Now, I would try and research the very question someone asked a moment ago as, can you look at another rotation to see if you are on the same rotation as this one? So say, if this is rotation B, is this also rotation B? But again, there's no way to test it. There is genuinely no way for me to test it because it's all the same drops. The only way to know is if DE told us. T3 Vault is rotation A, T2 Bounty is rotation C. Well, there we are. They're not even linked. Keldon checked another way. They're definitely not linked. You've proven the negative. They're definitely not linked. Yeah. That's pain. So, yeah. You could be doing this mission just as much as someone else, but if you started it at the wrong time, you'll get almost 3 times slower than that other person. And there is no way for you to know which one you're on. Bam. That's my complaint. And as it turns out, when it comes to Deimos IR rates, they're actually pretty bad. They're actually pretty bad. Any chance you'll be able to figure this out with a team of dedicated testers and extrapolating the data? So here's the thing, Nightblade. Because we'll be working only with pure statistics, you can't prove it. All you can do is narrow it right the way down. And that'll be through repeat testing. It's impractical. It's truly, thoroughly, utterly impractical to do. Virtually impossible. The organization necessary for that is unrealistic, and honestly, the better way to do it would be to have DE just not do that to the drop tables. But that's science. See, I'm practical about my science, Adrum. I'm practical about it. Like, I could go downstairs right now and count all the blades of grass in my garden, and then I could research that by counting how many there are every single day of the week and seeing if there's any changes over the week. However, that is useless to me because I have no reason to count every single blade of grass. There's no reason to do so. With this here, whilst there is some reason theoretically to do it, there isn't actually one, because as it turns out, the drop rate from the best of these is good-ish, and from the worst, it's absolutely terrible. So you don't actually want to do that one for farming Ire anyway. Is this opinion? No, this is all fact, Koizen. This is all fact, because I'm drawing the information from the drop tables DE have supplied, and then going, oh, wait, there's a difference, so why the hell can't we see which one we're on? Why won't you tell me it? So, yeah. Kelton is saying this T1 is rotation C, T2 is rotation C, Vault bounties are on A, so T3 and this might be rotation C as well. Maybe. Maybe. Here's the thing though, Kelton, is that if these are all linked, then how does this one work? Because this one has AB, not ABC. And if that one's not linked, then this one might also not be linked. Unfortunately, we're basically saying, look, can DE just not make this really weird and hidden? Like, if you're going to publish drop tables this long, why hide which drop table we're actually on? That just doesn't make sense. Might be able to use Warframe HUD to determine the endless rotation, since it's calling the official APIs. Maybe? Unfortunately, I don't know how to do anything computery with APIs and whatnot. APIs are absolutely painlessly unknowable to me. And I know that's not a word, but there you are. So unfortunately, that one's beyond me solving. If someone else can solve that one, I'd love it. But that's just beyond me. That's just beyond me. So yeah, we're not going to go to Deimos stuff because, well, the rates are actually not the greatest. And also, it annoys me. So I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Caught what I did there? Oh, it wasn't very subtle. I'm glad. So let's take Urayli to... We've done a bit of you, done a bit of you. You know what? I just want to go to the void again. I just want to speed it through this, not Steel Path. No, thank you. There we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. demanding to be able to see is quite ableist. I mean, I'm sure some blind people would also like to demand to be able to see, and like me, they won't be able to see what they want to see. So, you know, I think I'm actually just kind of supporting their cause if you really want to go down that route. Just a full disclaimer, I know I'm being facetious right now. Alright, let's see if I can manage Ukulele correctly to make this work. No nullifier. Control. There we go. Controlled. Controlled. Steel Path Sergeant after this Zom. Okay. Alright. Oh, I didn't charge that enough. There we go. Oh, come on. It's the bloody bounciness of the momentum in this game makes this thing so painful to use. Like that. What is that? Come on. Ah! Why do you select Yarayli? Just go. Oh, slip around the corner. It doesn't even look like something to get caught on. Oh, of course we go down. Please let me through. There we go. All right. All right. Yeah. Screw you, Rayleigh. She's terrible. You wish you already had a prime? Nope. 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 They can take forever to get around to that. That is absolutely fine with me. So for our next mission, Zom has requested the mission, so it's Steel Path. Nope. Steel Path Sergeant. However, Quintus has requested a frame, and that request has been my favourite. Ah. Thank you, Quintus. So, Lavos it is. He's my favourite for a very good reason. Let's bring him out here. 2024 for Bathwater Prime. So you have to play it that way, Kelton. Moving very swiftly on from that one. Thank you very much. Let's go Steel Path. Let's go to the Sergeant. He's this one, isn't he? That's a forward. I think it's this one. It doesn't want to tell me. But I believe it's this one. Obviously, his helmet abilities are broken. How are they broken, Big Buddha? I haven't checked because I don't helmet things onto Lavos, but how are they broken? Zoom! Get past that guy. Blow that guy up. Oh, he didn't die. Now he did. Fall off the edge. The only way to do that properly. They're good. Ah, okay. I thought you meant broken as in they'd stopped working, not broken as in, oh wow, they're powerful. Oh, no, fair enough, fair enough. Still, I wouldn't really want to be losing any of Lavos' kit because I use basically all of it. Hi, mate. How you doing? Where'd he go? Oh. I swear he went invisible for a moment and then just appeared dead. Huh. Well, let's leave this mission. Let's leave this mission a little bit more correctly than that. There we go. And jobs are good. Terasuso saying, I think I requested a frame. You did, yes. You requested one 7 minutes ago. Qzoe saying, love the videos, man. Thank you very much. Glad you appreciate them. And welcome to the channel. Yeah, it's probably what happened off Aegis. You're very right. He tried to leave and I said no. And now the Stalker's unhappy. Oh. We'll meet him at some point. We will meet him at some point, I'm sure. Alrighty then, let's get through these. So, that's the pick a mission completely done. That's the Sergeant just kicked in the face. We didn't need to kick him in the face, but you wanted it, so he was kicked in the face. Alright, next up is a request from Zomtronic. It is Lavos. Alright. Alrighty then, let's go do this. Let's take Lavos over to here again. Not the seal path. Let's do him on Ukko. We can compare. Urali Ukko, Lavos Ukko. Let's see the difference, shall we, guys? Let's see the difference. As well, whilst we're getting through this, guys, if you are enjoying the channel, and if you do want to see more from the channel, of course, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you have Twitch Prime, if you have Amazon Prime, that is, you can subscribe for free to any channel of your choosing, and of course you're going to choose this one. And if you don't have that, well, you can still subscribe for a little bit of your local currency to help me keep bringing this all to you. And to help me keep blapping these guys in faces, because look at this, he deserves it, look at that. Oh, you think a shield's going to protect you? Nope. If it weren't for copyright, the Stork would probably be blasting Papa Roach. Probably. Imagine if, like, you could set the theme music either for yourself or for the various enemies. Like, if you could just upload tracks here and there, but like, yep, this is my intro music, this is me doing stuff. Now, I'm assuming out is this way. Yes, it is. Is he not ready? Lies. And we're out of there. Bam. Ah. No Aya. Dang it. Oh well. I was saying, I want D to give more reasons to steal path, like giving double relic or Aya on the tables, or just double drop table rewards whatsoever. Here's the thing. The initial concept that D were looking at for the hard and extra hard mode, which eventually just got merged into Steel Path, was basically just to give access to higher level missions straight away. Rather than having to slowly work your way up to high levels in endless stuff, and in non-endless just not having a high level option. It was just supposed to be a difficulty bump. They added in some extras. So they added in, as you can see there, the resource and mod drop chance, just as something extra. And then following on from that, we've had a few Steel Path buffs, to Steel Essence I should say, Steel Essence buffs. And on top of that, we've then also had the introduction of the Acolytes, because they weren't there from the start if I recall correctly. But D mostly don't want to make Steel Path too desirable, because they don't want to split the player base any further. Already if you go into like most nodes, there's no one there. They don't want to keep doing that too much, especially for consoles prior to crossplay, because then really will make no one. So they're trying to avoid that. Talk to Prime Gaming, new drop today, Combat Armor. Ooh, very nice. Imagine finding me for Aya for an hour and getting none. Yeah, that would suck. That would suck. Good thing I haven't got none in this last hour. How am I doing today? I'm doing alright, thank you Neoness. Welcome in. How are you doing today? I'm also apparently about to bring Mag at the request of Beard. So let's do a Mag. Let's do a Mag. And you know what? Let's take this one over to Earth again. Let's do the little trick over here. Let's do the what's it call it? Ghouls. There's the word. Ghouls. Pick missions out of stock. It's been requested a few times recently, Athlia. It goes on to a cooldown. You've done a 2k damage in Apex? Nice! I don't think I've ever done that, to be honest. Nice. Doing good. Have I heard anything about the Ghoul Aya farm, the really fast one? Well, funny you should mention that, Neoness. Funny you should mention that as we just arrived here. Yes, I have heard about it. I will be doing a full review in a video, hopefully coming out tomorrow, which will be going over all of the different farms, and I do mean all of them, to point out what's good, what's bad, what's the stuff you should be doing. This one is one of the good ones. This one is definitely one of the good ones. So those of you who don't have the Ghoul farm available on your console, well, rip. This is one of the good ones. Now there is a trick to this, which I'll be covering in more detail in the video as well. There is a trick to it, and if this trick pops up during this purge, I will show you that trick and tell you how you can use it to get the most out of it. Also, Beard wants some ambient. Let's quick switch to ambient. There we go. So there is no reason anyone will get in trouble doing it in 60 seconds. I don't see a reason you get in trouble for doing a mission fast, so long as you are not breaking the game to do things fast. I don't see a reason you'd be in trouble for that, no. You get in trouble for breaking the game, not for just being quick. If anyone is claiming they've gotten into trouble, I would ask for some evidence and proof of this. If it is a supposition, it's a supposition. I don't deal with those. Basically, yeah. Can someone who won't be at the end of the stream receive plat? Yes. So if you are in the plat raffle and you're not here at the end of the stream, I will be sending you a message to let you know that you have won. All you need to do is get in touch with me within the next day or two, and that will allow you to still be able to claim it. I will need a response within a day or two, because otherwise I'll pass it to someone else. But yeah, if you win the plat raffle, you don't have to be here to claim it straight away. Just make sure you respond to me in a timely fashion. In the last 2 months, only one person hasn't actually claimed their plat raffle. Only one. Skipping the dialogue with Nightwave is fine? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I put it in my recent tips video. If that's a problem, I'm going to have to deal with that video, and I really don't want to have to deal with that one. Hey, we got Aya! Look at that! Look at that! Alrighty then, so here's the main process as to how you deal with the Ghoul Purge now. What you do, you fly over, which causes it to activate the next stage, and then you fly away from it over to a nearby hut. I don't actually remember where all the huts are, so I just go to the one which I know the location of. You see, that's abandoning the objective. And then we can restart it. So with that gone, we can now just restart it. And we get to do round 1 again, which will give us the highest chance of getting Aya possible from this particular mission. Because all the other stages have a lower chance. So you just reset, reset, reset. Sabotage the supplies. Okay, this is not the greatest one, but I'll take it. It's not the greatest one, but I'll take it. Now, if you guys can make a note. Oh, Adept from Tower saying, good night all, have a great time. You take care, Adept. We'll see you in the next one, hopefully. But yeah, take note. This is the destroy the supplies one. It's also over water, which is a little bit annoying. Okay. Woo! Okay, I forgot about that there. We just went flying. Let's do that again. Launch me, baby. That's always fun. Ah, I landed in the water. Damn it. That's less fun. That's fun as well. We just send him sky high. Ah, that's too good. That's 3 good. I should probably be picking up the thingy over there, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm not just here to blap them. My bad. I forgot about being efficient. I was having too much fun. I got magged, Big Sag. Yeah. Flap. Oh, righty. Come on. Let's get at these other ones. Send a missile over there. Flap. The yeet power of this gun is just so good. Shh. I'm talking. God, so rude. As I was saying, the yeet power of this gun is just so good. Wow, he teleported next to me and instantly got lasered by the Sentinel. What a rough day for him. Alright, mission complete. Mission complete. Am I winning? Oh, I'm winning. You know it. Is the supply one of the slowest ones? It is a slow one. It's not the slowest, but it is a slow one. Here we get onto my demonstration. And I hope to God this works, because otherwise I've got to change some of my video prep. We're abandoning the objective. I flew just into the zone. I'm now abandoning it. There we go. And we do this. Please work. Give it a moment. It's going to start the next bounty. I could do the Nightwave skip. I'm just going to give it a moment. And you see, it's sabotage the supplies again. The location has changed, but it is the same one. I'm going to pause here a moment. For those of you who don't quite cotton on what trick this is, if you go to the huts around here and start a bounty, specifically if you start one of the Ghoul Purges, that's what I've tested it with, once you abandon and go back, you will start the very same mission. It won't remove the previous rewards? Nah, if we go here, you see, still got the Aya. So it is always the same one when you start it in the huts. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually start and cancel this one for demonstration purposes. Again, this is the only hut I actually remember the location of, so I'm just gonna go for it. Adding objective, yes indeed I am. Just for demo purposes. Now there are two different ghoul bounties. They have their own missions and submissions, so you can switch between them. Does it not count as an exploit? I haven't asked. It's been in the game for God knows how long. Ghoul bounties ain't been changed, is my understanding. There we are. That's gone. So if we do this again, it's a demonstration. It's going to start the same submission. And on this particular mission, on this particular instance or squad, it's rolled that it's going to be sabotage the supplies. Now, of these submissions, most of them are a little bit on the longer side. Even the longer ones are still good for Aya farming. Don't get me wrong, you can just do them and it's fine. But here's the thing. There is one that is very fast to do. And that is the capture objective. Because all you need to do, you fly in, you blap one guy, you capture him, you're done. That's it. That's the entire mission. So if you get that as your first one, you've now got yourself a very fast run. Very fast. And because it's always the same one, you can keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. If you get two bounties and neither of them are the one you want, leave to status, come back, it'll roll new ones. See, we got to find the capture target. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. There we are. One shot blap. This is the higher level mission. One shot blap. Easy weasy. There we go. So we just wait for that to count itself through. I'm going to see if the Nightwave can skip her through that. Probably not, because this one is a bit of a timed wait. There we go. We go over here. Into the zone, sets it running, get away from it. If this gets patched, it gets patched. At the moment, this is a thing. I'm now abandoning that objective. It's gone, relaunch it, and you watch. It's going to be capture. I tested like 20 times earlier today, so if it breaks now, I'm going to be annoyed. Capture the target. There we are, guys. Permanent capture cycle. Does this only work on the planes? I haven't tested it anywhere else. I haven't even tested it with other bounties. I just know it works with the ghoul ones. And they're about the only one. Oh, shit, I'm going to die. I'm going to die! No, I'm fine. I'm fine. But yeah, these are the only ones I've tested it with because it's the only ones you need to test it with for this. So yeah. Capture and save hostage only fast are the fastest only if the 2-4 fail mission is also fast to fail. What? I mean, they are quite a lot faster. I can tell you this openly and clearly. They are quite a lot faster. I've tested this through various options. I should probably be capturing the guy. How about that? Wait. No, this is stage 2. I completely forgot about it. I got completely thrown off reading the deets there. My bad. It's over this way. I recognize Big Unum Tower. Yeah, I got completely thrown off there. So, to try and translate that again from Kimsky, capture and save hostage are, and this is what they're saying, I'm not agreeing, are the fastest only if the 2-4, so the second stage, fail mission, so the stage you're failing, is also fast to fail. If you have to wait 20 seconds extra, it's not worth. Let me translate that. They're saying that capture and save hostage are only the fastest if the next stage is quick to fail. Wrong. Capture is literally a couple seconds. You spend a few seconds shooting them, capturing them, that's it. It doesn't take much after that to then just do this reset. Compare that to missions where you do like 2 minutes waiting for the armored vault to open, or 2 minutes where you are just killing 2 different burial grounds. They are a lot slower. They are a lot slower, and believe me, I've tested this. There's a reason the video isn't out yet. That's because I've been testing to give you guys the exact right answers. Gotta find me a new hut out there. He's fine. It doesn't normally look so spicy if I'm not using mag. Mag kind of dies because I haven't built it to survive. But yeah, if I knew where all the other huts were, it would be faster. I just never cared to learn the location of them. About triggering, then abandoning. Yeah, you trigger, abandon, just like this, head to a hut. By the time I get there, it'll be just about ready to abandon. Sometimes not quite, it's fine. This is the reason I don't need to care about other huts. Like, I got time. And boom, we're ready to go for the next one. How much ire am I on? I'm currently on 2 ire. It doesn't tell you the time I've been here because the time resets for every new bounty, but I'm on 2 ire, and I haven't been here this long for the demo. Let's go. It's jank. It's definitely making full use of the game mechanics as they are in the game. If it gets fixed, if they declare it unintentional, fine. Kind of to be expected, to be honest, because it doesn't feel exactly normal. I ain't breaking anything. I ain't cheating out much of the game other than just I cancel and restart the mission because that's the reward I want. Other huts don't provide ghoul bounties? Is that true? I swear I've seen them elsewhere. I swear I've seen them elsewhere. This event's just finished on PlayStation? Oh, sucks to be PlayStation. Rotational change in 1 minute? We'll see if that's true, Ketch. I never like trying to pronounce your name. Kek. We'll see if that's true. We'll see if it affects it. Actually, no, it won't, because look, this one's not on a rotation, is it? See? It's not on a rotation. With this, you can just farm your ire up. We're already on 3. Just from this little demonstration. In case you haven't figured it out, yes, this is a very, 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 very good way of getting your ire. Does it make you hate bounties way less? Well, that's good. I would say it's tedious, but then is it that much more tedious than doing normal captures? Basically. There's not a glyph, no I flew. I don't have a glyph in a game at this time. And there are, at present, no motions to make one happen. As soon as a glyph is available, I'll let you guys know, don't you worry. I'll let you know. Less loading screens? That is true, Quintus. There are no loading screens for this. Once you're in, you're in. We no longer complete our objective? Yeah, that's a lie. My objective is soaring ahead. Which ghoul mission is this? Either of them. Doesn't matter, both of them work exactly the same. One has a higher level than the other. The drop tables are different in ways that don't matter to ire farming. When you are farming ire, these two missions are identical as far as you need to be concerned. Unless you struggle with defeating enemies of level 30, in which case, wow. I can't fix that. You're just going to have to, follow all my guides on modding better if that's the case. You're trying to collect all the glyphs. I get you. Hey, Naraya. You know what? I think Mag has done her bit. She's grabbed her loot. Mag, you can go home now. Now, when the ghoul event goes away, obviously you won't be able to do this. And the other options out there for farming ire don't really have this kind of option available to them. But it's there. Is it time for eye bleed? Let me see. The next request is Train Man. So it's time for literally lose the ability to see. Alrighty. Let's pop out. Second ghoul mission is 0% success rate for me. First is 20%. The Zerko. That's cool. I hope you're not peddling that as a this is what the drop rate is, or it's bugged or anything. I hope you're just saying, oh, this was my experience. I really hope that's how you mean it. I'm going to try and take it that way. Because, you just got 4 eye after doing the second one. Alright. Did I do the Gauls yet? If you've seen the Gauls, then yes. Otherwise, no. Dan, you requested it 21 minutes ago. I'm currently backlogged because we've got pick a frame from Space Cadet 37 minutes ago. Terratuso, 29 minutes ago. Depressed yourself, 22 minutes ago. We got Quintus, 21 minutes ago. We have got Darth Plagius requesting 16 minutes ago, and we got Keldon requesting 12 minutes ago. I'm a little bit backlogged, sorry guys. I'll try and get through these. How many ire do we need again? Yes. That's how many. That's how many. Okie dokie. Right, let's bring out the sun. Blue? No, no, no. Sun. Actually, I can make that more yellow. The sun. There we go. Let's bring the sun. Tentamisic? Is that Tentamisic? I know you're the purpose over poise guy, but damn it, it takes one press of a button to even randomize them. No idea what you're even talking about there, my dude. No idea what you're talking about, but fair do. How long Ghoul Purge gonna last? I'm not sure, honestly. Not sure. Okie dokie. Do we do a go again with Trainman? Trainman? Yeah, why not? Why not? He's not going to be fast at it. I'm just going to melt the eyes of everyone around. It'll be fine.
We received intel that
oh, fair enough, bilingual banana. Thank you. Alright, let's go do this. Bobbin. Doesn't have Prime Sure-Footed on him. Good to know. Both of my weapons are explosive. All three of my weapons are explosive. Okay. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? There we are. Let's just make sure no enemies interrupt this, shall we? Thank you very much. Needs more. Hey, just sit there dying a moment. I've got important things to do. There we are. That should do.
Excellent work. The captain of the base. Your part is done here.
Need more. Need more. Isn't Warframe a great game? What's happening? Magic. That's what's happening. All right, let's get Foreman out of here now. That was that was a great abuse of him. I love doing that. I don't do it often because it is horrible. I love doing that. Oh, for crying out loud! I really need to put Prime Sure-Footed on him though. Or just remember not to use explosive weapons with him. Yeah, that'd be smart too. This is one of the reasons, though, why, as much as I'll talk about efficiency in some of my videos, you always have to remember that having fun and not burning out kind of is the most important thing to efficiency. Because if you burn out trying to be hyper-efficient, well, congratulations, you just wasted all of your time because you've stopped playing the game. So, make sure you don't burn out and just have some fun. Take some time to fool around, you know? It's always good. What do I think about Severgoth? Very strong, very capable frame, very former intensive compared to normal frames, but there we are. It is what it is. He's not really my playstyle, but he's good at it. Do we go Kotes? Nah, we're just getting some ire along the way. I'm just demoing the different ire farms at the moment, Rhythm. I've done all of the testing. I have got a lovely, lovely big spreadsheet with every single farm accounted for. Fully. If anyone wants to argue the details, they're either arguing a personal experience without looking into the math themselves, or they are being finicky over details that really do not matter. I've got the full amount of testing all fully done. Alright, next request was from Terratuso for Severgoth. Alright, yeah, sure. Speaking of Severgoth, here's Severgoth time. Let's bring him to the front. And whilst I'm here, let's switch to some not so explosive weaponry, shall we? Or I mess myself up even more. Glaive can stay. Ah. Can I just yank over the camera a bit? Looks like I'm talking to a headless man. What do you mean headless? I'm here. Am I falling off? Oh. What's wrong about the camera? I genuinely do not understand what's wrong with the camera. I'm looking at it on my screen now. I'm there. Am I wearing pants? Yes. Well, trousers in this country, but yes. I genuinely don't see what is wrong with the camera angle, but fair enough. Make this also just chilling, doing bounties, as it does work for my standing again in IS. Yeah, there you are. Can I say Yowie hands in a deep announcer-like voice? Yowie hands. That good enough for you? I feel like that was terrible. That's all you're getting. The wrong trousers? No, I'm wearing the right trousers. Come on now. Come on. Blappity blap. Go back. Oh, he's trying to run away, is he? Ah, nope. How's that invisibility working for you, mate? Oh, is everyone else dead as well? Yikes. Go, let's go. And I can turn into the big shadow boy. Yeah! Look out, shadow coming through. Shadow coming through. Smack. Get bitch slapped. Half undead Warframe, slightly ghostly, probably related to Danny Phantom. He's smacking up everything. Yeah, very much, Ifu, very much. And I guess we're done. Ta-da! Cool Sevagoth colours? Oh, thank you. He's got a friendly looking hoodie, hasn't he? Totally the kind of guy you wouldn't cross the road to avoid every single time. Our theme song stuck in your head? Got him. Got him. Alright, there's your Sevagoth. Claws and everything. Did it. Should we just make the Danny Phantom joke twice this video? Oh well, fair enough. Great minds think alike. Alright, next up is the request for Gorse from Depressed Dan. Okay. Gorse it is. Here's my dude. Shiny and chrome. And of course, if I'm bringing Gorse, you know, like... We just gotta, haven't we? We just gotta bring his stuff. Yeah. Let's do it. This man means business. And I am all about having that business. Oh, I almost forgot. I keep meaning to do this. My Gorse loadouts are the wrong way around. There's my duration one. That one should be here. There we go. There we go, yeah. I've been meaning to move that around for like the last 5 streams, so there we go. Do I have a Devil Gorse to complement my Fairy Grendel? Presently I do not, know. I have an Angel and Demon Ash, but Fairy Grendel is his own thing. It's like, I don't really consider Devils to be the opposite of Fairies. Almost of a compliment to them, really. I see it more of the D&D side. The Fairies are part of the Fae kind of thing. It's its own area. Devils and demons oppose each other and they oppose angels. I keep going to go to Hepit. No, it's not Hepit. It's okay, we do. Okay. Oh. I've emptied this mug of tea. Abracadabra. I got a new mug of tea. Ah, much better. There we are. That's how you do it. I definitely wasn't just handed a mug of tea. That's not how it works. No. This came out of nowhere. Oh, I got raw on this build. Nice. Now I have no energy. Now I have energy. Let's get it. Oh. Oh, did you hear him? He's like, no, not you, not you. Ha. Most British move ever. Yup. Streamer magic. Well, tea is pretty magic, isn't it? Oops, I accidentally turned off my kinetic plating just as I fired my Icarius. That was possibly the dumbest thing I could have done right there. There weren't many dumb things I could do, but that one was right up there. It's fine. Slow-mo Macrush is neat. Yeah. You just start hearing like, oh, what's that? What's that old show? $1 Million Man or something like that? I loved the slow motion to show off speed and great irony. Junk Giant saying, I come to my first stream to a new mug of tea. Well, there you are, Junk Giant. That's what it's all about. The logo isn't a lie. The logo isn't a lie. Teacup and spanner. Engineering and just tea. Just tea. Does turbulence affect Vorman's balls? Well, it keeps him nice and chill. You know, he appreciates the draft. Otherwise, I have no idea. No idea. Alright, Quintus requested after Gorse to have a fairy grandor. Sure. Two best things in one image? Oh, you know it. Alright, fairy grandor time. Those of you who are new to the stream, I should probably brace you. There's quite a few new people here today. Fairy grandor is an abomination. It's not this abomination. It was an abomination designed to hurt the eyes. So, if you suffer from actually having a sense of taste, I'm sorry. But this is going to happen. Say hello to the fairy grandor. Alrighty then. He's equipped not just with the most gaudy of wings possible, those colours designed to evoke the emotions of pure disgust. We also have the horribly clipping shoulder pad here going through the Syandana, going through the wings, going through Grendel himself. The wisp animation to add to the fairy aspect. The colours are all over the place. This Syandana just not in keeping with the kit at all. And this chest plate. This angle. Just why? This is the ugliest Warframe I could ever possibly make. What did you just join? You joined pure amazing power. The poise, the presence. Yeah, it's pretty damn ugly, isn't it? Why are you not drunk? Well, you're certainly seeing things. Come on, boy. Let's go, let's roll out. That's the pun. Yeah, there we are. The pun's happened. I was right. Oh, yeah, you know, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm here to help y'all. And that includes warning you when the other viewers around you are requesting the most horrible stuff they can think of. You know?
Happy hunting.
Like how much effort went into making it look ugly? Oh yeah, I may not know fashion, but I know anti-fashion. Sounds a little bit like Antifa, but there we go. Beat ball coming through. Slam. Oh, I missed him. I missed him again. Or did I? No, I got him. Ha ha. Oh dear. Damn. Ooh, space to the air. Careful. You're lucky you're a subscriber there. Someone else would have got timed out with that attempt. Alright, thank you for joining the cause. The cause is fat. I love it on this level as well. They just kind of explode next to me. Mostly due to the carrier, but yeah. Aunt Tifa, oh yeah, Aunt Tifa. Tifa's a great woman. You know, she makes these amazing cookies. She burnt down her ex's car. She helped overthrow the Chilean government. She's a wonderful person. You know. Launch! This is now the Grendel Space Program. We're struggling to get off the ground, but you know, we got to launch. Got it. Okay, I have no energy. It's gonna swallow that one. Damn it. I'll just leave the mission. I'll just leave the mission. Is it Megan that likes Ivy fashion? Ah, yes. One of the community team, they do love their eye bleed as well, don't they? Absolutely. Was playing World War Z and join a stream into Fairy Grendel destruction? Yup. That's Fairy Grendel. Maybe I should send this over to Megan. Or one of you guys can. Either or works. But that is Fairy Grendel. Let's put them back away again, shall we, guys? Because Dark Plagius has requested a very powerful Warframe. Perhaps the most powerful Warframe in the entire game. Oh wait, no, he didn't. He requested Hydroid. Davy Jones and all of his Davy Jonesness. At least he has a mustache. But yeah, that's about it really. Now, guys, there are a few more requests coming in at the moment. I'm very sorry to say, I think we're a bit shy on time here. I'll try and get through as many as possible of the requests. Make it happen. If I do run out of time, any of the ones I've not got through, I will refund you the channel points. So you'll be able to request them as soon as you want on the future streams. Don't you worry on that. You will not be shortchanged on any channel points. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to get through them all. We will be doing the Platinum giveaway in a few minutes' time, though. So if you are not yet in it to win it, well, fix that. You know, you've had 3 hours. I don't care if you've only just got here. You've had 3 hours. Get in with a chance to win on any platform. Especially, is anyone here on Xbox? I want a quick show of hands. Is anyone here on Xbox? Only say yes. I don't need the no's. I know most of you aren't. Is anyone here an Xbox player? Space saying I am. All right. We got 1, 2, 3. Excellent. We have got a few of you here. Okay. See, I was beginning to wonder if Xbox actually existed. Because you see, I've been doing the Platinum giveaways on this channel now for a couple months. All right. I've been doing them every single Warframe stream for a couple months. We even had the quadruple giveaway on the Mega stream just last week. And in all that time, not one winner has been on Xbox. Not one. There have been, I think, 4, maybe 5 on Switch. There's been a couple on PlayStation and the rest on PC. Not one Xbox winner. So if you are on Xbox, bloody well into the giveaway, alright? You know, it's about time we had the full suite of winners. It's about time. I'm just going to check. Who was the most recent one? Oh yeah, I remember. The most recent one was a PC player as well. Most recent listings. Yep, that's where we're at. Most recent one. Yep, PC. I thought so. Are you racist to Xbox? No, don't be racist to Xbox. Don't be racist to Xbox. Why would you do that? There's a giveaway? Oh yeah, we always do a raffle here. Well, not always, pretty much always. There we are. That is Hydroid Doyle. Hydroid. Yep, I'm just going to lose my words now. This is why I go through quite a bit of editing on my videos. Is unfortunately I forget how to speak in the middle of speaking. It's a problem. So, after the request for Hydroid, the next one was for, unfortunately, guys, Grendel. Jesus, I really cannot spell today. So yeah, it turns out that not 1 but 2 people wanted Fairy Grendel, so I'm afraid you're going to have to suffer it again. I'm sorry, guys, you're going to have to suffer it again. Here we go. Let's do this once more. I'm going to do this as quickly as possible for you guys. I'm going to get you out of this as quickly as possible. The gender frame, yup. That's what it is now. Fairy Grendel. The gender frame putting gender roles to gender shame. I'm never saying that again. Oh, Slabby, that is an amazing pair of remotes you found right there. Jeez, what is that? I mean, here I am with Fairy Grendel, but yeah, that's something else. Where did he go? Oh, crap, that one actually got away from me. Hey, hey! There we are, thank you. Shoot me! Your bullets do nothing! I am invulnerable! Easy. Sorry for asking again, but what was the bounty I showed for the Aya farm? So the Cetus one I was showing was specifically the Ghoul bounty. There is other Cetus bounties you can do, but the Ghoul one was the one I was focusing on today. Am I not rolling? There we go. Oh, it's like pinball. I can't get through. Ugh. No! Jump! There we are. Oh! Damn it. See, this is why I'm bad at football. I just cannot score a goal. Even when I am the ball. I just can't seem to do it. There we are. We're done. How about a multi-ball augment? How do we even control that? Yikes. All right. On a scale of 1 to 12, 1 to 12? Okay. How annoyed are you about people still asking for the best Aya farm? 0. You guys should be asking. Like, I am the person who solves practical problems. There is a new practical problem. If you weren't asking me, I would actually be genuinely concerned. I would be really concerned. So, yeah. The very fact that I'm not answering it directly for you guys is because I'm putting together a video. I want you to go watch that video so you get the full answer. And if you watch it and skip through just to pick and prod pieces, well then screw you. Just don't have your ad blocker on, okay? Unless you're a subscriber. If you're a subscriber and you turn on ad blocker, I'll turn the other way. The rest of you, no. You know who you are. Alright, that's enough for Fairy Grendel. Let's get off of that, shall we? Very quickly. We got time for one more mission. Oh. I didn't notice. I thought they would just pick a frames and all of this. Darth Plagius, I'm sorry, I didn't notice. You picked Steel Path Sargus Rook. Well, I wasn't really expecting to do that. What we're going to do then, I'm going to have to do that mission because you've requested it, so yeah, I'm going to have to do that. Slavy, I'm not going to be able to get to your Zephyr, so I'm going to refund you the points on that one for now. And Isilis, you requested Nova Prime, so it's Nova Prime versus Steel Path Zargus Rook. Oh god, that's cursed. That was cursed. Versus Steel Path Zargus Rook. That's not great. Do I have a recommended Atlas Prime build? It depends on what you're looking to do with it, RC3. Really does depend. I don't have like a go-to I can recommend. I mean, I have my Atlas build. Let me just quickly... Are you ready to screenshot this? You ready to screenshot? That was the wrong button. There you go. This is what I use. It seems to work. I don't really try to make it better because I don't use him often enough, but this is what I use. You got your screenshot? 3, 2, 1. Alright, cool. That's not a punching build, by the way. That's a lockdown build. That's for defense, not offense. Hope you screenshotted. And if you didn't screenshot, you can go back in the VOD. It's fine. It's still there. Alright, Nova Prime. Let's do this. Let's do... Okay, this is my portal build. I feel like a portal build is not going to be the right build for this. Let's do something different. What's this one? It's got a bit of tank, cannon drift, range, duration, Vacuum Prime, slow ball. Let's see if this works. Yeah, let's see if this works. I have absolutely no faith in it whatsoever. Let's bring the Steel Path Grenadier build. That might help. And yeah, let's try. Let's try. This is going to be terrible. Steel Path Sargus Rook. Sargus Rook is the Saturn one, isn't he? Is this Sargus Rook? That's Sargus Rook. All right. I've done all the prep. Oh, wait, no. I can do one little bit more preparation. One little bit more preparation. Let's do this correctly here. You stop being the bloody Fluctus. Thank you. God. Is this on corrosive? Yes, it is. That'll do fine. Am I using a Speed Nova build? Yes, I am. I don't have Exodus adapters on my frames. Not all of them, no. It turns out I don't use all the frames all the time, so I kind of spend when I feel like it. Now that the update to the former changes has come in, I'm going to be forming my frames more, because leveling them up was always pain without that, so now I'm going to do it more. But yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this. This is going to be absolute pain. This is going to be the last mission of today. There's nothing to do with Aya here. It is all pure pain. So, yeah. Let's make this happen. Darth Plagius, I hope you enjoy this. And whether you do or don't, well, I hope you do. But whether you do or don't, you kind of definitely owe either yourself or someone on this channel a subscription for putting me through this pain. Yeah. You owe someone that. Let's make this happen. And you can see that foreman is getting some work done, you know? When it charges. We just kind of shut everyone down. How's that? Wait, that's not slow. That's speed. I did this wrong. I thought I was bringing slow for, not speed for. Oh boy, I've really messed up. I've really messed up. 1 for damage reduction. That is a good shout. I've really messed up. I thought I brought a slover. That shows how often I play here. I just like, oh yeah, low strength, that's the one, right? Nope. Nope. Whoop. Alright, well, let's try and make this happen. You know what? I'm not even going to try messing around. I'm bringing in the boys. I'm bringing the squad. Where's the button? Where's the button? Where's the button? There's the button. Summon the squad. Summon the squad. I did confirm speed nova before saying I thought it was slow speed nova. Like, my brain wasn't working right, okay? You know, I've been talking about Aya for 3 hours and shit like that. My brain's not working now. There's a reason I end the streams at 10 o'clock UK time. That's because my brain just decides to quit. Nothing good happens after this time of night. I may look young, but I ain't no spring chicken, you know? Fine gets me. Ah, switch to a laser beam. Zzz. Okay. That was not a lot of damage, but try again. Zzz. Yep. We're getting damage in. Has he healed up? Has he healed up? I swear we had him damaged a bit. Has he healed? Stop going for me with your fire. Go for the summons. Ugh. Well, Glaive's doing damage. Apparently. That works. I've got my Wisp doing things. My Wisp is healing me, so that's good. Oh, it's my Spectre's health I was looking at. Oh, balls. Well, this could take a while. I saw damaged health and I thought that was his, but no, it's my Spectre that is dying. Oh, where did he go?
Well,
Where did he go?
Fair enough.
That was them. Well, fair enough. Dark Blazers, thank you very much for your subscription there. Bring yourself up to your 2nd month. Thank you, my dude. That kind of gets me through this. Alright, come on. Show me a weak spot. Show me a weak spot. There's a weak spot. Okay, that laser beam is not doing the work. I need to use a glaive for this. I could try the Foreman again. It's probably not going to work, but I'm just going to try. You know, it has got bonus damage again. Oh, God. Against a Grenier. Well, that looked fancy, but I don't think that was doing much. Oh, he's taken a load of damage. He's gone right low all of a sudden. When did that happen? Look at him. He's like on next to nothing. Wisp! Wisp just ran in and smacked him one. Well, there we go. Okay, Wisp Spectre of MVP. Let's get out of here. I did it! I did it! Wisp got tired of my nonsense? Yeah. She good. She good. She basically did an Atlas punch on him, it looked like. Ah. Second phase takes damage a lot quicker. Could be that too. Could be that. But I'd like to think that Wisp just kind of went crazy mad at him. And she's like, oh, you call that fire? You call that fire? I can summon the sun! And then just went back. Like, didn't even summon the sun at that point, just back. Alrighty then. And the Stalker's mad at me. Oh, god damn it, guys. I mean, that's not a problem at all, but god damn it. Alrighty, well, that is General Sagas Rook dead on Steel Path. That is a bunch of Aya. How much Aya am I on? Let's have a look here. Let's see how much I've got up to now. I am on 15. That is not as much as I thought. I've been chatting a lot of shit today, haven't I? Less chat, more farm. I need to get on with that. Hey, yo. We got some. Distractions aside, we got some. Oh, wait, relic packs. We'll get to the raffle. I'm just doing my own raffle, okay, guys? Relic packs. Relic packs. Excuse me. I said relic packs. Hey, I got one. That'll do. I got one. That's all the standing I've just picked up from today, so that works. Steel Essence relic packs? No. And no. I've done the math on those. Standing I consider basically free. But no. I did get a triple earlier. I opened up a whole bunch of these. I did, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. think I did like 13 of them with all the standing I built up. And one of those packs had 3 Aya in it. Just Aya. It was great. It was a great feeling. Alright, but anyway, enough of that. Let's switch this to solo to avoid any kidnaps by Beard. You know what he's like. It is time, guys. It is time for the Platinum Raffle. So if you guys haven't got yourself a ticket for the raffle by clicking the spell icon at the bottom of your chat window, you're too late. I'm just going to grab the details and close the raffle now. So, yeah. That's kind of how it be. One person's going to be a winner. They've been in this chat at least some point today, so let's find out who. I'm just going to close the raffle entries. There we are. That's all fully closed. And the entrants are this lovely list of people here. Fingers crossed for everyone, especially for those of you on Xbox. I'm not biased or anything. I just want to see an Xbox winner. It's about time there's an Xbox winner. But we'll see. I'm just grabbing the full list. The total people in today is 83 names. 83 of you have a chance at winning here. Only one of you is going to be having it, but there's 83 of you here. I have opened the right file, haven't I? That felt like a lot. Ah, that is the right file. Okay, cool. Yeah, 83 names. Is PC the Xbox Prime? Ooh, well, that is a question, isn't it? I mean, we do run Microsoft Windows, don't we? Ken Sip emote, how do you get that? Oh, you just follow the channel. If you follow the channel, you get Ken Sip emote. Just like that. Ken Sip. It's a genuine. So, out of these 83 people, let's see. The winner today is... Adept from Tower. I did see you in the chat earlier today. Don't know if you're still around, but in any case, congratulations, my dude or lady. I use dude as a general neutral, but dude or lady, congratulations, you are indeed today's winner. I'll be getting in touch with you here on Twitch. I'll be asking for your Warframe username and your platform to make sure I can get this sent on over to you. But that wraps up on that there, guys. Congratulations, Adept from Tower. Now, I'm also going to make a quick announcement on this same category as well. As it turns out, I don't have enough streams for all the platinum to give away. I know this might sound a little bit ridiculous. I don't have enough streams for all the platinum to give away. I've got an extra one. So, I'm going to be giving away an extra bit of platinum, but that's going to be on Discord. There's going to be a Discord platinum giveaway. So if you're not already on the Discord, make sure you are there in order to have a chance to win that one, if you want to win. I mean, if you don't care about platinum, fine, whatever. But for everyone else who does care, make sure you're on the Discord. But that is all we've got time for today, which means let's find who we can give a raid on over to. I'm just going to switch this over to a nice, lovely little screen. Hello. You get to see me in higher definition for a little bit. Who are we going to raid, guys? Who are we going to raid? Hello, Tiger Lily. I'm very sorry you've caught us just at the very end of the stream. About to find someone to raid on over to. But let's see. Who do we want? Oh. Hello. All right, guys. We're going to go raid to someone. And I want you to say something very specific when we get there, okay? Let me give you this. Let me get this. We're going to go raid on over to Zion Zeta, okay? And I'm going to give you a copy pasta that I really hope as many of you as possible can spam when we get over there. They'll understand, don't you worry. They'll understand. So, let me get the raid up and running. Now I've got past the adverts. Guys, this message is what I want you to spam when we get over there, okay? I want you to spam this when we get over there. They'll understand. I mean, you understand if you've watched Science Data, but I really want to show a bit of love. Let's go over to them and show them we know what's up. But that's all from me, guys. I'll see you again on Friday for some more good old Among Us. Let's head on over.